We're alive.
Oh, no.
No. I wasn't done talking about my hemorrhoids.
Oh, this is trippy. I got like jazz playing in the background. I need to turn that off.
No, you don't.
I
Keep
heard
the-
police.
keep the vibe.
Police sounds.
Oh, yeah, that's probably that too. People doing dumb shit in the middle of the day.
That sounds like me every day.
Mm.
I'm always
Well.
doing something stupid. Or chances are I haven't realized it's stupid yet, and I'll pay for it later.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
It's always after the fact that you realize that kind of shit.
I'm always thinking, you know what? Future Warren problems. And then when I get to Future Warren, it's like, God damn it, past Warren, how did you figure this out? Why did you think that was a good idea?
Would you give us an example?
No. Oh gosh. I say that a lot at work.
Ren, where are you?
Oh yeah, basement things.
Oh,
It looks like it looks like an unfinished basement.
cool divider
Oh,
thingies.
I think
Yeah,
you
it's a
set
wall
it up
divider.
right. It looks like you made it.
Is
Yeah.
that your environment design?
It's part of
Once-
his environment design.
One side of the wall is like for play, the other side of the wall is for work.
Is he freezing for you guys too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Audio is fine,
You gotta
but
switch
your audio.
to 5. You gotta switch to 5G.
What? You don't have that injected in you yet?
All right, guys. How's everyone doing? Yeah.
All right. Feels like a slow day.
Lucky.
That's what it is.
Or not. I don't know. Is that a
My-
good thing?
My day had a late
No, it's not a
start,
good thing.
and I felt rushed. My sleep is
Wait, when
completely
you say-
backwards.
I was gonna say late start and you feel rushed. You just came online. Did you just wake up?
No, I
It's messed up.
Liar!
tried-
You just woke up.
so it was really bad yesterday, so I tried to fix it. I tried to fix it last night by staying up. I stayed up till 9 maybe
9 a.m. or 9
Ni-
p.m.
9 a.m. and then I slept till 3. So
Holy shit.
and then when I woke up, I was like, okay, gotta go, I got stuff to do. Let's go. But whatever. At least I have energy for now. Like, this is good energy for now. I won't get sleepy for this.
Do you typically get sleepy for this?
Yeah, when I wake up at like 7 or 8.
Oh,
Yeah, by midnight I get pretty sleepy. Yeah,
when you wake up 7 or 8 p.m.
a.m.
Okay, just confirming, because you wake up 2 hours before the podcast. You just feel like, yeah, I'm in it, but I could go for a nap right now.
Confusing.
So this week's topic, as you can see by the title, is Battlestations, everyday carry, which is something I only learned today, and environment design, which is Ren's suggestion from last week, which I think is super cool.
Mm.
We are a nerdy bunch, so we do like to optimize our areas and our usage.
I wouldn't say it's just for nerds though. Like everybody does it subconsciously.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like people who don't fold their underwear.
Yeah. Like people who buy chips and leave it at home.
Chips, like potato chips.
Buy chips and leave it at
Yeah,
home.
potato
What's
chips.
that? How does that work?
Whoever buys snacks and leaves it in the pantry thinking they have the willpower to do something, that's them designing their environment to eat chips. It's
Oh, I see.
like why make it easy for yourself, especially if you're like diabetic, you know? It doesn't make any sense.
But I mean, there's always the other side to it, where people will do that because if they didn't leave it in the pantry, they're probably going to take it to work with them. They're going to stuff it in their bag. At least, really, you could say anything that somebody does with their house and how they organize it is their environment design. I like that you say it's subconscious because you don't realize you're doing it.
Is it feng shui though? But some people don't think about it logically though. Like they just, let's put it here, and then they get used to it. That's not something they chose placement for some sort of efficiency, is it?
Also true.
I feel like, random question, is it possible to put background music? Because I tend to think better.
Mm-hmm. For you,
music?
We won't hear it.
You won't hear it. You can set it up for
the
yourself.
stream, too. Yeah, you know what? I'll do that for the stream too.
That's why I said just let the jazz music play for you. Like, feel good. I have my shit playing like all the time. No one knows what's playing.
I'll play mine too. But everyone will hear this.
I mean, you don't have to.
Chill,
like, I think we still make those choices. Like, even if it's not fully conscious choice, when you're at like the grocery store and you're buying something, you're like, oh, I want this because I just want it. That is a choice that you make. It's like, you can say that it's slightly subconscious, but you're still making a choice. Unless somebody's forcing you to buy that shit, then I don't know. That could be coercion.
Like, have you ever walked into a room and be like, this room could be set up better?
Yes.
Like, is that, I mean, is it also is it the same thing as feng shui?
I think feng shui is more rigid, where it's like, if you do this, you'll have more luck.
Oh, it's for luck. Okay.
Or like, you know what I mean? Like they have different connotations for each thing, or expected outcomes. Feng shui.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's where it goes to like pseudo-religious kind of stuff.
So that's like taking environment design to a whole like supernatural level. Not supernatural, but kind of superstitious level.
Superstitious level.
Yeah.
Superstitious, yeah, for sure. Yeah. The flow of a room though does I've realized, the more you move and you get to make your own space, even like moving to university the first time, away from home, designing your room the way you want. It was because as a kid you don't really get to do that. You're given your space from your parents, and then that's all you have. But it was fun. It was fun to like, I want this here, and then whatever, and then you experiment and you try things.
True. I mean, I rearranged my room a couple of times as a kid too. You're like, this, I could fit a couch in here. It's like the biggest couch in the smallest room, and you're like, this is great. Great idea.
So, what order do you want to tackle this?
Well, I mean, we're already talking about environment design. Why did this come up again? Were we talking about this last week?
Ren's suggestion.
Was it after? It was after the podcast, right?
I think so.
Warr, maybe you left by then? Oh, it was after Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, maybe it was after Mortal Kombat.
Because I remember talking about this last week, and like Ren was like, "I'd be curious as to what Warren's environment design is like." I'm like, I didn't really design my room; it's just a fucking mess.
Everything's in one area. It's easy to access everything around you.
Okay. So Warren will go first.
Let me think about that.
Show and tell.
There's nothing easy to. No. It's a mess. Literally, it's a mess. Nothing is easy to access.
But you know where everything is when you need it.
I do, but I mean, like, for me, bed in one corner, I got my computer in my other corner, and then just a big old space for running. Or, working out. That's literally all it is. This stringing machine is... No, I hang it. Like, my exercise equipment are bands, so they all hang.
Oh, nice. I haven't switched to bands.
Otherwise, this thing is my tennis stringer. That goes to the tennis courts. Once it's warm enough to store things in there.
That's not like your ambiance background? for your tennis?
Wait,
your tennis
have
brand?
Like some light show going on.
Yeah, I have like
Yes.
a kaleidoscope light thing.
Oh,
that
you do.
rotates.
You do. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I got a little bit water background.
Yeah, that's cool. That guy.
What is
It's
that?
not bad.
Is it coming from
It's
your
liter-
desk?
No,
I
it
think it makes me
comes from
wanna
my light
pee.
bulb. It's like a light bulb that rotates. It's like a kaleidoscope effect.
Mhm.
That's cool.
But there isn't much to this design. There really isn't. It's could you say minimal? Like really, I throw my clothes everywhere unless I need to work out. Then I go put them away appropriately.
Do you fold?
I do. So what ends up happening is I have like these waterproof bags. There's one bag for socks, one bag for underwear, and then another bag for shorts. And then all my shirts and stuff are either hung or they're in a duffel bag. I don't have any kind of like furniture.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I do something similar. I actually have a travel backpack that opens up like a suitcase. Like I saved up specifically for this bag, and all my clothes are essentially there except for my shirts and some pants that I hang up onto a rack that I have.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I can keep everything in one bag if I needed to.
What
Yeah.
brand was that bag?
Tortuga Outbreaker.
Tortuga. Okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't
a
heard
it's
about
a
Tortuga from
well-known
Mike.
one bagger.
I think the one I've heard of is Nomad. I think that's a good minimalist
think-
backpack, right?
I think that's probably one of the newer ones. This Tortuga is like older generation before all the travel vloggers and shit happened.
Are you still running minimalist? Like 3
I'd say
pants, 3
so.
shirts?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, I guess I could do that too. But
Well, I'm not 3 shirts, but it's just like I do try and keep it down to 2 or 3 pants. I have, I think, 2 or 3 shorts, and probably like Mike helped me get like these MEC shirts. So I have like 5 black merino wool shirts,
Nice.
and then 3 or 4 button-down shirts, and 2 sweaters. 3 sweaters.
I'm double U, but no button-down shirts. I have like one that I keep at the office in case I think I have a legit meeting that I need to dress up for.
But I mean,
Otherwise, I'm double U.
you deal with more extreme weather though. Like you need more, right? Like you need more of a variety of clothing if you're getting hot summers and cold winters.
That's true. Well, it's not even hot summers. Everything's just cold, but because like the hottest I get here is probably in the realms of like plus 25, maybe 30.
Ah, that's so nice.
It's
That
decent.
is pretty nice. But
And
then it
then
only lasts
Anything
what,
over
like 2
30
weeks?
is so uncomfortable.
It only lasts 2 weeks in August, July.
Legit. Yeah, you've hit it on the head. That is exactly what happened. I get
Then
like 2 weeks, or not even, maybe
and then
a
it's
few
fall.
days of like plus 30. Yo, man, stop! You're getting me depressed already. I just started to get playing tennis, and like you're already telling me about winter around the corner. I know this, and it sucks.
But you still play though, don't you? Like even in the cold?
Yeah, I mean, we've been playing for the last few weeks, despite it being like single-digit weather. I think the coldest I've played in so far is like -5.
Wow. Jeez.
Dang.
Like I've tried running in negative like -5 weather. Fucking horrible.
Soft.
It's not. I think I prefer -5 over +5.
I
Because
prefer +5.
if you start running in +5, you'll notice like it'll be a lot hotter at the end once you get to like that body temperature. Whereas if you run in -5, you'll maintain that and it'll be comfortable throughout the whole run. I find like +5 for me, it gets too hot. Once I get to the 6K,
Well, I
5-6K.
Like I sweat a lot, so I think my body regulation for heat is much better than yours. But like for cold, it's not that good. Like I get cold easier. I
I
think.
feel like I should move out west. I want to
Do it.
snowboard way more, and like skin wise, it's not like even in the summer I want to show a lot of skin. Like people like to go beach and like that whole attire. I don't because of my skin. So
Fair.
man, I should
Come on
snowboard.
out, buddy. Let's go. You betcha.
Because you
Wait
can
a
still
minute. What am I doing? What am I doing here?
you can still snowboard right now, right?
Am
You can
I?
still snowboard right now, right?
Actually,
There?
there was I don't think so. Actually, no, you could. You could still go to like Banff and Jasper, and you'd still be able to snowboard a bit. Actually, today there was like hints of snow coming down. I'm like, no, please stop. I woke up yesterday morning. There was snow on the ground.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay. I mean,
I
we have
miss-
flurries here sometimes, but it goes away instantly.
yeah. No, we woke up to it and it sucked. But I mean, what was we talking about? I wear more clothes because there's winter here.
Minimalist, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I do. Well, as soon as summer hits or like spring hits, I kind of pack up all my winter gear and then I keep it in a bag. So like my goose jacket, snow pants, all that stays in the car, just in case.
You have a hammock, yeah? Warr? Yeah?
Warren?
Yeah, you still have the hammock, yeah?
I've
You
never
ever
had
had
a
a hammock?
hammock.
I thought you slept in a hammock
Just a sleeping bag in
before.
the car.
Didn't you?
No. I think you're thinking of the video of the kid that sleeps in a hammock every
Yeah,
night. Even if
on
it's
his
winter.
on his like
Yeah.
porch or something, or on some.
Yes.
Oh,
I do not do that. We made jokes about how I could do that
I
because that's
thought
pretty much what it is when I was in my car.
Can you not do that? I mean, but I'm just saying, space wise, wouldn't it be nice to have a hammock in there, in where you have right there,
It'd be
So
a
then-
pain in the butt because I have nowhere to hang it.
like corner to corner? You just unstrap the one side when you're done. I don't know.
What?
what, though?
No. I mean, a floor is good. I sleep on
Space
the
wise,
floor.
okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought about like folding up my bed every morning. I'm like, why would I put myself through the work?
Yeah.
Is it a
Yeah.
mattress or
No,
okay,
It's
yeah,
it's like
like
the
a mattress pad type of thing.
yeah, exactly that. It's a mattress pad. It's not even a complete mattress. But yeah,
cool.
nothing to my design of my area is anything specific. Like, really, it's just so that I have space to do any kind of like cardio work in the middle of my room, or even swing my racket. That's really it.
Would you say, Ren, then
Rendon.
switching from
Redneck.
Yeah.
I guess normal average person living scenario to minimalism, was that gradual? Were you able to make that like a sudden change?
Oh yeah.
Warren, you
Well,
kind of did, right? Like I thought you did anyway.
I'd say it was more gradual. It was like because I remember I used to hoard a lot of shit right before I moved to university. Like I would keep like years of like all my paperwork, all my old textbooks and all that shit. I had like stacks of random shit I didn't need. But then moving around in university from like each semester, trying different places, trying different neighborhoods, you kind of like you have to get rid of stuff, and then you start to realize I don't need this. Why am I keeping all these papers? I'm never looking at them. It's been like 5 years. So I think it started from there. I remember the first thing that actually put me onto the word was this guy. I think it was like how to fit. It was Tim Ferriss, and he was like how to fit everything you need for travel into one backpack. And he essentially had like one pair of pants and like this one thing and this one thing. And I'm like, holy shit, this is a thing. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, just one thing.
Just one thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. Just one thing. Literally,
Just
it's a
nothing.
thing.
I liked the whole tiny house aspect of like maximizing a very minimum space, but minimalism itself, I mean, it has to really tie in with your lifestyle, right? Like the kind of work you do, the activities you're into, like your interests. Because
I don't think it's for everybody. I mean,
yeah.
it's like it depends on like for me, I realize I get mentally overwhelmed by a lot of shit, like too much physical things or too many obligations in my calendar. Like I have like a very bad reaction to that, and then I have to like cull shit out. So that's I think the reason why I went towards it. Like I'm hypersensitive to these kinds of things. It's really weird. I don't think a lot of people have that, but
Like you have to be completely comfortable with renting everything that you're interested in. Like
If it's not
activity
a priority.
interests. Yeah. Like otherwise you'd have to, if you want to own gear that requires more storage space, like that requires more investment
but
in
then-
storing it, right? Like,
I think it's like then it's the question is like the point of minimalism is not to just have the least amount of things. It's to get rid of the shit that you don't care about, essentially.
yeah.
I think a better word for it actually is called essentialism by somebody else, not minimalism. Minimalism has that connotation of like, oh, you need to get rid of stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas the whole point of it is actually essentialism, where it's just like find out what matters to you and do whatever to do those kind of things. Like I have rock climbing shoes because I fucking love rock climbing. Like I don't do it anymore recently, but I'm gonna get back into it. But I have shoes. I have a kettlebell, so it's like those things are important to me. So I'm still gonna buy them.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's like different levels. It's more like, yeah, whatever's essential,
Yeah.
whatever you feel is more important to you.
Exactly. And if you do like all the shit that you have, then sure. If it doesn't stress you out, why not? You know,
Right,
if you're not
right.
moving all the time, then fucking just buy everything the fuck you want. So, am I allowed to swear on this?
Too
Nope.
late,
Yep.
Ren. Too late. You messed it up
No.
for all
Pretty
of
much
us.
shut
No, you're
down.
not.
It's-
I've been banned like 3 minutes ago.
You went 5 fucks too many, man.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, definitely. I know I have a lot of stuff, and I have probably more stuff than that's essential to me, and I will admit that. But I don't know. I was on a walk the other day. You ever pass by those houses where you just see junk? Like junk, though, not like.
Tossed out?
If you watch Hoarders,
Nah.
the TV show,
Yeah, well, that's extreme. But I mean, it could have been that. Like, you know, I saw 6 cars, and probably 2 of them are the ones actually being used. And then you have all this like unused furniture outdoors, kind of just piled up, and then like random materials and stuff.
what if it was like a
yeah, for sure.
multi-generational family or home?
Yeah, no, I'm thinking that, yeah, for sure. This is probably a house that's seen a number of generations, but like, when I mean junk is that's not even stuff maybe that. See,
like they're not using it, or
you could throw in the garbage. Like you just look at it and you're like, that could be garbage. Not even like, oh, someone will use this. Whereas like you can give it away or even try to resell it. So a lot of the stuff I keep here, I always have in mind thinking I could resell this if I end up not using it, right? But this stuff was straight up like, that could just go in the garbage. like that should be in the garbage. Maybe that's the garbage pile, but why is it around the entire house? So, but that, like, I mean, hoarding, there's value, I guess, in that collecting aspect of it. I don't know.
You should watch the Hoarders show. It's very interesting.
It's
'Cause
scary.
they also get a psychologist.
what if it makes
You're a
them feel good?
psychologist.
Like, you know, what if they're happy doing that, right? Like, I don't know.
They are.
It's
That's
a function
that's
of
the
their
weird
wealth.
thing.
It's what they think their wealth is, right? Is possessions,
It's
right?
not always. It's sometimes like a coping mechanism. It's such an interesting show. Because like I see it, I felt like my family would do those kind of things. I think mostly my mom actually, but she has those tendencies like, oh, I'm gonna keep this for later. But apparently it's also a generational thing of like when you grow up. Apparently, people that grew up during the Depression had the same tendencies to hoard or keep things past, I guess, normal.
Use.
Uh,
I don't know.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So
But watching that show, there aren't a lot of things ever or any kind of thing that gives me anxiety. And watching Hoarders just makes me really anxious. Like, I can't stand to watch it. Like, I'll watch, I don't know what it is, but I'll watch a few minutes of it. And if it's one of these houses with like a ton of just stuff, I'm just like, oh God, no, I can't.
Too much stuff.
Like, or like, I don't know, like this is really like, crazy extreme examples of just like you can't even see the floor anymore. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh no, cannot.
Like you're walking in a room and it's like a little pathway around piles of stuff, and it's like, ugh.
I already
It's
feel
terrifying.
bad. Like it does
Yeah.
not feel good right now just thinking about it because
Yeah.
I have like, oh gosh, I know I not to expose anyone, but I can think of 2 or 3 examples, and it just does not make me feel any kind of good. Like when someone's room is so messy, where it's kind of like, dog, you got nowhere to walk. How do you? Where? How do you? What?
How do you
Sleep,
function?
bed? Where? Floor? Walking? Breaking things? What is happening here?
Yeah, when you have piles on the bed too, that bothers me a little bit too.
Oh, that's me.
It makes me uncomfortable.
I'm like looking back. I'm not gonna, but we don't
but-
use that bed, so
I was gonna
No,
say,
that's
but you
separate.
know there's a
It's
bed
not
there.
where you sleep. It's not where you sleep. Like I have piles on almost every surface, but that surface isn't like used. Besides having
bad
piles on it.
environment design.
But you know what those surfaces are. You know there's a bed there. When you get to the point of not even like, oh, that's a bed.
That's a bed.
Oh, there's
like-
floor here.
No, it's like I think this is my washroom.
Oh no!
I've seen that.
This is my washroom.
Oh, that's a pile of poop there. Is this a washroom?
Oh,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No one's that bad.
some of it's
No, they do.
There's
There's
people that
examples where, like, the sanitation
dead
of the
cats.
place is yeah.
Dead cats. Yeah,
Yeah.
There's like rodents and stuff that get trapped in.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, there's like food remnants and stuff. It's gross. It's bad.
I'm-
It's really
The
unhealthy.
examples I'm thinking of, like that I know of, at least those rooms did not smell bad. So, whew.
Did not smell bad.
Ex-girlfriend.
Oh.
I mean, if it smells bad, you gotta find the source. No, you gotta.
Right?
Febreze.
Febreze isn't.
so.
Febreze
No, he
won't,
just wants to
won't
hide it.
fix it. It's like it's temporary.
You would think, but I'm sure there are people just as lazy as me where it's kind of like, I'll deal with it later. I'll deal with it later. I'll deal with it later.
Oh,
A smell though, I don't know. A smell.
I mean, if you're there,
You said you're
like,
sensitive to smell, right?
Jeez.
but
I mean,
that's true. You do get used to a smell if you're in it for a long time.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
You'll,
Yep.
it'll.
You just get accustomed to it.
Yeah,
It's like normal after a while. It's kind of like your own smell.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
your own smells just garbage smell.
Oh, that
I'm
reminds
seeing
me
it
of that
sound like
scene
shit.
in Parasite. The driver. You guys remember that?
Oh yeah. I was thinking about that recently. Smell is a big thing. It triggers a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like memories, I tried to smell. There's also attraction. I was thinking. I don't know if you noticed that.
kind of thing. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's always just pheromones. Like just somebody that smells clean.
It's just attractive smells too.
Someone
Yeah.
that smells sweet. Yeah.
No, like yeah, where you have
big difference. Like
soapy smell versus like a cologne smell
smell
versus a
clean.
floral smell versus like a cooking smell, a baking smell. Like yeah, they're different
just a
functions.
clean smell.
Yeah, because I was thinking like
Smells like
I
Mr.
I wear
Clean.
deodorant, but I probably should invest in some other smelly things or scented things.
Really, I don't do any of that stuff. It's just
You
it would
don't.
just be laundry smell. From my
Okay,
clean clothes.
miss.
Yeah.
Okay, miss.
Fabric no fabric fabric softener is a good smell.
I'm like, do I smell? Do I smell that?
That's
But
true.
like, let's say if you let's I don't know if you're just Irish Spring or Axe or whatever in the shower,
Oh, Irish Spring.
that's not gonna last. I guess with your clothes. But I
That's
mean,
true.
I don't know. It depends, I guess, on how often you shower too. I guess some people daily, some people not daily. Or...
I choose
It's
not daily.
daily.
I do like every other day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
like-
makes sense.
Particularly now, because like you're just home, so
You don't need to shower.
you don't need to unless you're physically exerting
Smell
ridiculous where you're sweating a lot. But yeah, that makes sense.
Getting cold.
Yeah, Warren, I can see, depending on your schedule, you might even have to shower twice a day. But like, right? Like if you're gonna see work and then you gotta work out and then work and then work out, and then
Yeah, no, it depends.
that makes sense.
Actually, what I would do at lunchtime, if I go, typically I would have a workout at lunch, and then instead of taking a shower, I just kind of mask the smell with like a sweater or like a jacket.
Do you find that works?
Huh?
Does it work?
I don't know. No one's complained yet. I mean, I wipe down like with like a towel. I get all the sweat off me and go wash my face and stuff.
A
Like, I
horse
don't bother
bath?
with pretty much, and then
You could just use wet wipes,
mask
I
it with
guess.
another sweater.
Wet wipes.
I only found out recently what the fuck that meant. Like, I'd never heard that term before.
What?
A whore's bath. And that's what it's called. It's like where you just use water and like you wash only the important bits.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, I've never heard that before, actually.
I've never heard that before either.
It's so weird.
I learned something new.
But it's a thing.
Yeah.
I just like make sure to wipe all the really super sweaty spots, like armpits, my nutsack.
Yeah, like honestly, a wet rag and then a dry rag is suffice really for like that. You don't need to do, soap, shampoo every time. Even just a shower, like a just water. Water's good enough too, I think.
Better than nothing.
Because if you use soap and shampoo that often, it's probably bad for you, right? Like it'll dry out your skin, dry out your hair.
Yeah.
How dry do you want it?
So. Like a
Like a
desert?
Inside joke. Look up blowjob girl.
Nah, maybe not during the podcast.
Not on Google. Don't look
I mean, look up Derek comedy.
Yeah, if I just
Donald
Google
Glover.
blowjob girl, I don't think I'm gonna find what you want me to find.
True. Derek comedy. Donald Glover blowjob girl.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's an old one.
Holy that tangent. Oh, so environment design.
Okay, well, okay. Yeah, back to environment design, where we tangented from minimalistic living. Actually, we went from minimalism to hoarding into blowjob girl. Or a horse
You're
bath.
welcome.
Like a desert sandpaper. Or
Well,
why
I
are
mean,
you
like-
chomping your teeth like that? Okay. So what did you guys do consciously? Maybe not, as you said, subconsciously, but does anyone want to go first in terms of what they've done? I can go first, because I definitely made a huge redesign here. When I first moved in here, I had something in my head of like being able to use a space specifically for taking headshots. And then, with the change, the pandemic in the last year, knowing that I'm not going to have that kind of business coming in, like, changed the whole room. Like, I didn't want this computer setup so close to the kitchen or the washroom, and it felt like I wasn't really moving around my house. I wanted... And I also, I had to think about power restraints too, and restrictions with like the plugs and overloading certain outlets and certain fuse breakers. I had to like move stuff around, plug certain things to certain outlets. So yeah, I feel not even just like it's more functional for me and I have more workable room, but I feel happier. Like I feel like it's a home now. Before I just felt like a space that I'm just like living in, occupying for the moment until I move on to something else. But now I feel like I'm at home. Like this is where I spent probably 90% of my time is on this chair in front of this screen.
Yeah, me too.
And I like it. I it's not like depressing where some people who maybe go to work in an office and they hate their desk. I love my desk. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. It looks like you have some cool shit there too. Like you have a piano in the background. Like, what corners do you have? Because Warren has the bed corner and the work corner and space. What do you have?
I don't have corners. I have zones. Yeah. So like, this is my work / creative zone. So gaming and like content creation and post processing is in this direction. Music and like away from media, like alone time, like music time is over on that side. So that's the piano. And then there's a keyboard there for more like.
Oh, those two? You have two keyboards?
Yeah, that's a digital piano there. There's a keyboard
Oh,
there.
yeah.
And then there's a keyboard there.
He just has to spin the chair and then be like.
I bring this keyboard here if I want to, if I want to stream
Record.
while I'm playing. That keyboard will go here.
Okay.
Digital piano is though for like the covers when I do in like Instagram and YouTube over
Yeah.
there.
Keyboard on your feet right now.
Yeah, multiple screens. That was cool to set up 4. You never know you could
have
use
4?
4
Oh,
until
yeah.
you have 4.
Holy shit, man. Like, I just switched to having 2. I used to just have this one on the laptop, but
Yeah.
the desk screen.
It's sad because my 20, what is this, a 24-inch, 23-inch, is just WhatsApp and Discord. Like a
Oh, wow.
chat. That's all it is.
Is that excessive?
Well, I mean, it's that's how much, I guess, usage it takes. That guy, yeah, that's cool.
Fair.
And then, yeah, my main screen for gaming, and then I have my work screen for, like, Photoshop and Premiere. It's the largest res, and then I have the display for, like, watching movies and streams. It goes on that guy over here, the big one. Because then if I back away and I sit either on the futon or here, then I can like enjoy like a more of a cinematic experience while looking at that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Why not just have one big screen, like extra big screen? Just a question. You don't have to, like, I'm not saying you should.
Mhm.
I mean, it's like me imposing minimalism on you, but like, just curious. Why not one
I
giant
ran, well, I think I ran 2 for the longest time. I was introduced to 2 maybe 10 years ago. But then when you start using Lightroom and Photoshop, the second monitor is pretty critical for like looking at the image you're working on versus the collection that you're looking and sourcing from. So it's like having both of those on the same screen is tight. It gets really, and so when I need to zoom in and look in on details, I need a dedicated screen for that. So the second screen made sense. And then when we started going on Skype and Discord, and then when WhatsApp went on desktop, and these are like things you don't always want to grab your phone to type, now I can just use my keyboard. Realizing that I don't have to flick a screen or like a window to access something that's so active. Like our TrueBrack chat is pretty active. So yeah, that's permanently on the right side of the screen, and then Discord's permanently on the left side of the screen.
Oh, that's cool.
Also,
You
I
guys
think it's
saw on
harder.
WhatsApp?
Yeah.
What?
I think
sorry,
it's
go on.
harder to multitask on one big screen versus 2
Dedicated screens?
medium-sized screens.
Yeah.
I'm like they're both still big, but
Well, you gotta think
As opposed
about resolution too, though. Like even if you have a huge screen, if your res is not gonna give you extra detail, like, you know what I mean? Like a 30-inch
Yeah.
1080p and a 20-inch 1080p is not. You can't really do more on the 30-inch if the res is the same, because then you're just gonna have larger pixels and you don't get more information.
That makes sense.
Streaming,
That's
of
cool.
course.
No, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go on. You're gonna say.
Oh, just the last thing is like, because streaming came in, the fourth screen kind of when streaming came in, I think the fourth screen was a nice additional space to work with.
what's the ideal number? Isn't 2? Wouldn't 2 be the ideal? Yeah, 3.
I'd
does
say
sound
3.
nice.
I think 3.
I think given FJ's workflow, it sounds like 3.
3 is all I need. The fourth is a luxury.
That's your movie one, right?
That's the movie. It's
Cinematic
basically
experience one.
no, it's basically having a TV, but it's connected to my computer too, so I don't have to have another player like a media
Sure.
player. You know, it's
Yeah, that's sick.
Okay. That's really
Come on
cool.
over,
I mean,
guys.
Party.
I've set this up to be more social. I haven't had anybody here. Like,
all
Cue the
good.
sad music.
World's tiniest violin.
That's kind of how that's how I've been living since I made that first move from Lloyd to Edmonton. When I moved to Edmonton, I had a lot of stuff, so it turned into what do I need versus what do I want.
what was in Edmonton?
I got transferred to a different branch in Edmonton for a few months.
Okay.
I transferred I asked for the transfer thinking I could play more tennis in Edmonton. Didn't work out. That's when I got robbed a few times and just like it wasn't a good vibe.
Was that mobile home or condo?
No. That was I rented a
Bachelor
spot.
pad.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rented a spot and then it turned into the need versus want. That's when I kind of had that first taste of being a little more minimalist in what I owned and what I needed. And then it just turned into the whole homeless thing by the time I came back. Like 2016, I'm like, do I really need all this space? Do I really need all these things? Even like a desktop computer?
Yeah.
So then the need versus want kind of took over and I'm like, really, to survive, water, food, and air.
A Rubik's cube.
And then,
Yes.
and then there was the mental part of it of having like the stuff that makes me happy. So all my tennis stuff, Rubik's cube, and ukulele. So there was a time where I had like hundreds of cubes, and I finally ended up selling them all or donating them and giving them away and stuff.
Oh my.
Oh, dang. You sold them all? Wow.
I did
Well,
not
because
know
like, no, I had like way too many of these cubes to like make. I wanted to get to a point where I could make like those murals of like Rubik's cubes and make those big pictures with like. I was like, no, I don't need all that. That's one that gets expensive. Two, need versus want. Do I really need all these cubes? So I started giving away to kids and stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and then
Encouraging
eventually, hell yeah! If I can get more people cubing and more people playing tennis, then life's good. But need versus want's always been a thing. So even when I look at my stuff right now, I'm like, soon enough, I have a lot more stuff to donate over time.
I think that just happens though. It's a natural cycle of things, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, at the
Clothes
time
are
where
with
you
me.
were beginning to shift to minimalizing, even like your living scenario, you still had access to like your office and the studio and like the storage unit for tennis, like, so you could still keep your like activity stuff outside of your living quarters, right?
It's true, and then even with that, I'm like, I could go even more minimal.
Yeah.
I feel like
I
that's
don't-
usually what people go through. They're like,
Yeah.
let's see how far I could take it. Like Warren tried the car thing. I tried. So I've had a few people think this is crazy, but I tried living in what seemed to be a converted pantry in Vancouver.
Oh.
So think of like a pantry right connected to a kitchen, tiled the same like a kitchen, but they fit a single bed in there. And I was like, let's see how small I could go. That was it. That's it.
Was
That's
it
as
like
far as
as a
I got.
challenge, or was it like you wanted it, like you
Both.
felt like you didn't
Both.
need more? Oh, okay. But then
Yeah.
did you conclude that it was too small?
Okay, so like I started thinking about the idea of like, oh, I want to exercise more, and then sometimes there's or like I want to stretch first thing in the morning just to help me wake up.
Mhm.
Couldn't do that because there was literally no space. Like I would lie on my bed, I can lie down, touch both walls on the sides, and then stretch up and down, and I can touch the window on my feet and the door on my hands. So it's like a coffin. Like, so
Like, this is a large man's coffin right now.
And when I realized that,
No, it was funny though because I think that was at the time I wasn't dating and I was like, okay, cool. I'm just try this because there's no issues here.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
And
partner.
You
then
just
I
wanna
started
see-
seeing-
see what
Huh?
you could do, right?
Well, the
exactly.
partner,
You test your limits.
the partner
Yeah.
issue introduces, a whole other factor. If you're
Yeah.
ever planning on hosting, I guess.
Just
Right?
don't plan the host, bro.
Yeah, that's exactly what I
Like,
did.
Hey, you want to come over to my pantry? It's
The
like,
only
hey,
time she saw my the pantry was the day I moved out.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
That was it.
She never
Yeah.
had to
Yeah.
sleep in there. It's like
No.
just be like, we have to stay close
it's like
together all the time.
I've never seen a bunk
No,
coffin
no.
before.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a fun experiment, but yeah. Didn't last 5 months, I think.
That's pretty long. Like a month is long in that scenario, I think. But welcome, friends.
Hey, man.
Welcome, Yil.
That's it.
Hey.
God,
Yeah,
stop
yeah.
yelling.
Whoa.
Where
Who the
are you
hell
right
is
now?
this?
Look at his
You
space.
look like
He's
you're in
in,
a cabin.
it looks like he's in Winnie the Pooh's.
I did myself.
Oh, he designed his face himself. He literally drew it.
I wanted to be able to stretch out and touch both sides of the wall. And, if my feet were sticking out, I could touch the door.
Yeah, would not recommend.
I really like the whole crate house. Or crate.
Crate house?
Yeah, like you take two shipping crates or two shipping crates, I think minimum. And then they
Oh,
make it
yeah.
into a house, like a tiny home. Those are cool.
Yeah, interesting builds, but apparently they're not super safe.
What do you mean?
Just because
As a house?
yeah, as a house, because the construction of those units apparently they're not meant to be load bearing on anywhere besides the corners. So if
Oh.
you chop them up and like make windows and stuff, you're essentially making it weaker.
Right.
And most of the weight is like, yeah.
True.
I don't know. There's some stuff on there. I'm not gonna build myself a crate, but like it was interesting because I do watch tiny house videos.
Hmm.
Very interesting.
So sick, man. Converting
Those
in
are
buses and stuff. Those are cool too.
Yeah, I was almost gonna like. I was thinking about doing it, like actually making a van living type of thing, but
Yeah.
you know, partner thing didn't work out.
Get a just get one of those like Mercedes Sprinters, those giant vans.
Sure.
Yeah,
Van.
Alex Honnold.
Yeah.
Oh, or you know like those handicap buses. Those are pretty sizable too.
Handy
Oh, the
man.
short bus.
Michaela's cousin transformed into like a DIY like bed shelving unit into like a van, and they like traveled across country, I think, and I
Yeah,
thought that was
that's
awesome.
cool.
That's sick.
That's pretty sweet.
That would be so cool.
Yeah.
Who needs to DIY anything when you could just sleep in it?
Do it.
Yeah.
Just
I
have a
essentially-
regular bed.
So I actually tried that here in New Zealand. It is rough, man. I don't know how the hell you did it. Like, what did you have? Like a Mazda?
I had a Mazda 3, bro.
Mazda 3 in the beginning,
Oh my
right? Like, that's-
God.
And it wasn't a hatchback either.
Oh no!
So it was
That's a
driver's
van?
seat, right? It was driver's seat. Just reclined driver's seat. Is that what you slept? How you slept?
No, I
or-
put my back seat
Backseat,
down,
right?
and yeah, back seat, and then put the back seat down, and then feet go in the trunk.
Ah, okay.
So semi, yeah. There's you take the trunk space.
And the front
Maybe half
seats,
the
the
body
front
if
seats
you
were
to look
forward.
into your window.
I would just push the front seats forward. Well, I didn't
Ah.
even need to. I'm short. Like
Right. Seen.
Doug, I'm just like 5'5". I fit almost anywhere.
I see. Okay.
Just in the glove compartment.
I could live with Dobby. I'd be better off.
Did you have to like block the windshields and stuff and the windows with stuff? Like covers? Did you put covers up?
So there were areas that I knew weren't that were kind of like protected. So at our office, we have a yard that you need a pass to get into. So sometimes I would sleep in the back, or
Oh.
rarely would I just find a random neighborhood. Rarely, because I knew like some areas are just worse than others. Sometimes behind the dance studio, if I'm just lazy, like I know there's an area back there where that doesn't get disturbed much. So, and it's usually dark enough in these alleys that no one can see it anyway.
Mm.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That's pretty convenient.
The,
But you-
the-
You weren't tinted?
No, my windows are completely open.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, like no
It's
privacy.
like
That's
fighting
crazy.
people.
Oh man,
Yeah,
you got a
minimal
tint. You got a
privacy,
tint.
Minimal privacy, but like, you know, nobody could really see my face because I'm snuggled up into a sleeping bag and stuff anyway.
Mhm.
Right,
Mm.
right. How
The
long?
craziest story, that was what was it, 2017 to 2020, 2019. So it was like 2 or 3 years.
Damn.
It's crazy. The money saved though.
Wow.
So sick.
Yeah, it was fun. Honestly, I would do it again. I kind of wish I would do it. Like I bought this car so that I traded, like, not traded in, but
I remember. Yeah.
I got this SUV so that I have a little more space to store my tender stuff with me. And it's like, no, what is this COVID stuff? What is this crackhead doing outside of my car right now? And why does she know my vehicle? Fuck.
Well, you can't
get
be
it.
stringing rackets in your car though.
Well, I mean, so when it did come to the wintertime, my stringer would stay at the clubhouse, or I'd like give it to my friend to hold on
Mm.
for me for the
Yeah.
winter. Because
That looks like an
it's not. It's really not.
It
But
looks
yeah.
like a workbench.
If I could, I would.
It's a
It's
beast.
just the whole. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why I don't do it again.
You have a lot of stuff now. You have a desktop.
I can easily sell it. Easy. Oh, you know why? It's a tutoring gig. I don't really have a space to tutor.
Hmm.
Oh,
That makes sense.
wait, but it's online. What do you mean?
Uh huh.
You don't have a
He
space?
probably needs a desk to like, put out the paperwork.
I mean, it would be convenient, and then the other part of it is having used my phone for like data. I mean, I could always tap onto like other people's internets and stuff, but like, it's not reliable.
Starbucks.
Even their internet's like crappy for, you know, webcamming and doing that kind of stuff. I just
Right, right.
Hmm. I think it's fun for like a road trip, doing like car
Yeah.
camping.
Speaking of road trips, what do you carry every day?
Good guy.
And moving
What a
on.
segue.
Nice segue.
Wow.
Oh yeah, someone
have-
define everyday carry just for the viewers out there who may not know.
Stuff on wallet keys, cube for sure.
Just things you carry every day.
What
like,
what was the
literally
first
every
word?
day.
Cell
So,
phone.
Cell phone. Cell
what
phone.
was that? Was that us, Dan? Stuff
Yeah, it
on
was
wallet keys, cube for sure.
For sure. Oh,
Oh.
like the T-Pain song?
Flowrider?
Yeah.
Apple
Oh,
Bottom
Flowrider?
jeans.
Oh,
Yeah.
Flowrider, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
what
what do you
you
guys do?
literally carry every day. For me, it's cell phone, wallet, keys, cube, and then my backpack will always have my EpiPen, passport.
Oh, EpiPen.
Backpack?
And
Passport
you-
all the
yeah.
time?
Passport all the time?
Passport on you all the time? On your person?
I have a passport wallet, and it has my passport and social insurance.
But
birth
it's on
certificate.
you all the time?
It's in my backpack all the time, and my backpack comes with me everywhere.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay.
There's also a spare. There's a spare underwear, socks, shirt, and shorts just in case.
When you put your bag down, do you lock it?
This bitch comes with me everywhere.
It's always
To the
yeah.
It's
toilet.
always
in
within
the shower.
reach.
Yeah, it's always within reach. Like, not in the office, obviously, it stays on my desk, but like,
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know what it is about having my passport on me gives me
Or
a
the
little
SIM
bit
card.
of SIM, not so much. It can fit in a wallet, you know, like it's the same
with
size
that,
as the card.
you
so.
should have your SIM card memorized, right? Your
Yeah,
SIM
yeah.
number?
Yeah.
It's the
It's just
passport that worries
I
me
think
though.
if you lose it, you lose it.
Your SIM card?
Don't lose the
passport,
card, you won't get another one. You'll get a piece of
Yeah.
paper.
Oh,
SIM card?
Actually?
Yeah, they don't have cards anymore. They're just pieces of paper.
Oh.
oh.
Wow, not even like laminated?
Nothing. Yeah, it's just you get a piece of paper.
Like a receipt.
That's like health cards. Health cards here in Alberta, Saskatchewan, just a piece of paper.
No way.
It's so sketch.
Yeah,
You can just like scan it and print it again.
yeah,
That's so funny.
legit. You remember birth
Huh.
certificates back in the day? That's exactly what the health card is here.
Oh, like an actual 8x11.
Oh no, okay, not an 8x11. It's like a little small card piece of paper, like this.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mm, mm.
at least
That's
laminate it.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like-
they're 8x11s. I remember when my
Shit.
sister had like she got the numbers for Liam, and she's like, "What the hell is this?"
It's like this big piece of paper, and it just has 9 numbers across.
In Comic Sans.
In written. It's just like, Comic Sans.
The name is in Times New Roman. The numbers in Comic Sans. Jeez.
It's so legit.
That's so funny.
All right. Anyone else?
That's
EDC.
Not as intense, but like I have watch, keys, which I fucking love this thing. Oh, there's hair.
You can't see it.
Can't see it yet.
Can't see it
No, this-
frozen.
Maybe
This
turn your
thing-
webcam off and turn it on again.
There
Oh,
you go.
there it is.
Oh,
What is
nice.
that? Is that a
Just
multi-tool?
holds all the keys.
Key thing?
No,
Oh.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
just so that it doesn't like scratch up my pockets, and like which has happened.
Rip holes
Phone,
and stuff.
obviously,
That's super smart.
and a wallet, front pocket wallet, so it's nice and small. Bluetooth, cheap Bluetooth earphones.
Smooth.
Nice.
I used to have a key wallet.
A key wallet.
Mm.
A key wallet.
Yeah, a wallet for my keys.
It's like a little foldy thing.
Uh,
How does that work?
Were the keys separated from each other?
let me show you. I don't have one anymore because it kind of wore out.
I've seen a few, like one where it is like an open thing and they're just like tiny hooks. I've
That,
seen
I've
another one
seen
that
that.
looks like a
Like a knife,
Swiss
right?
Army knife.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen those
Oh, like a multi-tool wallet card thing.
where
I
all
used to
the
have one of
keys
those.
come out, like like
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how often do you use that? Like if you had one of those.
I mean,
wallet
it would
things.
require it would require that you access so many different places on a regular
Yeah.
basis. I know I don't, but I feel weird if I were just to bring a key and it's like, oh, but just for emergency, if you need to go somewhere where that key goes to, it's like I always want all my keys together. Because then, yeah, then you're like,
Yeah, it's different if like you had multiple keys.
this
Like, I used to
looks
have
like a
it for,
mess.
House, car, when cars
God.
actually had keys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
I would
like an
totally
option.
use the Rens
Oh.
thing, but I have my car key is like bulky.
Interesting. Look at Warren's.
Ah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I used to have one of these
Oh.
because I didn't have a
Oh,
lot of
that's what I
keys.
would do.
Yeah.
I was debating between that one and this one, but I think
See-
I went for this just because it's smaller.
I used to have the car fob or key, whatever, on the chain, but I've gotten so used to now when you're driving to not have all this like dangling from your wheel. Let's say if you don't have push to start or whatever, like if your key's in, then all this is dangling the whole time.
Oh, it hits
So-
your knee.
And also, if I go to a job like a photo gig,
And
I'll
then you
leave
have,
this
like,
in
a
the
folding
car.
Pocket.
Yeah, I leave these in the car, and this is the only key I have to carry. Like so, it's like it's minimal in
Shit.
my pockets, and that's the thing too. Even if I have a bag, I have to have pockets. If I don't have pockets, I'm very uneasy. I don't like using the bag compartments. I'd rather have my phone on me at all times. These keys, if I have to have them on me, they're on me at all times.
Actually, I have a
Wallet.
question for you guys about this.
Mm.
Do you guys still use those holsters? Because like you and Dan both had those
I
LD
have that too.
holsters.
Yeah, I have that too.
I've been thinking of. You have it too? Oh my god!
Took mine off.
I was
It's-
thinking like of getting one, but also making one.
I think
So-
I think these are better. I think these are better wallets, like the hard wallets that hold on. Where you just
Product review.
just
Good
like
product right there.
holds all your cards like that, and then you have a money clip on the back. I think that is a better wallet than the LD West wallet.
Well, it does look
Really?
cool.
The
Yeah.
LD West wallet, I don't like it. I only
Yeah.
have the holster for 2 phones, but
It's not a quick access wallet. So.
wallet wise,
not.
like nowadays, because like I've been paying like from my phone. It's,
True. Yeah, you can just.
The only reason I have my
Tap.
wallet is if somebody's paying me cash for like tennis things, or
Other
if I need
things.
to like give cash to somebody else, like
Yeah.
Other transactions.
yeah.
Yeah, but gas. Do you use your phone for gas?
Sometimes I'll go inside and then just pay
Ah.
there.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, what's wrong with the wallet that comes with it?
I don't know. It's
It's
just
just-
kind of bulky and it's not.
Yeah,
Pretty.
like. Oh, here.
I thought it was like a generic like pocket that you just put it.
So this fits in the pocket of the holster, or like fits in the holster.
So not anything like that's only that can fit in there.
Is that newer?
It looks
Has a
clean.
display
Like you never
window?
use it.
Yep, this is pretty new. It has the window in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I
the
didn't-
window has an. I do,
I definitely don't have that.
but to show the window, like I'm still using the old one for color, but like, I use this as my secondary wallet for the cards that I know I don't always need, but my essentials, the cards that I know I will always need, like driver's license or the credit cards and debit cards. This can fit in your pants
You
pocket.
guys have just inspired me to get rid of my wallet. Like I don't need this. Like if anything, I can keep. If my backpack's with me all the time, I'll just. Yeah,
Check it on that.
yeah.
If I
This
know I
wallet's
need
still holding
cash,
strong.
this wallet comes. But if I know I don't
Warren.
need cash, this wallet goes.
Oh, you still have that.
The same wallet as I had.
Tyler still uses the same too.
What is that?
What is that?
Is it the
Just me and
Herschel?
Warren. Yeah, we were at a mall and we're just like, oh, I want that wallet. We both got the same wallet back in
Yeah.
2013 or 14, and I still have it.
Nice.
How many cards?
I stretched it a lot.
It's used
I have
to
a lot.
only supposed to be like what, 4?
My essential.
Yeah, it should only hold like 1, 2, 3. But I have like
7
1, 2,
cards.
3,
I guess
4,
I
5,
don't
6,
need
7, 8.
Can
Oh,
you-
9, 10.
Yeah, because now you can't minimalize it because the pockets are too big, so you have to keep the cards straight.
Yeah.
Don't show
I
the
mean,
credit
it's all the
card
cards
number.
that I bring anyway.
Expose credit card numbers. Ooh. Just kidding. 'Cause
I
it's on
wish
the
they
back
made
of the
this
card.
thinner. These should have been thinner. These end pieces.
Dang, I don't know why I still have my Presto on this. I have a car. What the?
Presto. That's coming out.
Oh yeah.
What about you, Dan?
What do I use this for? What the heck? I don't have pictures anymore.
Do you have
That-
an
that's the thing.
LD wallet as well, Dan?
I use the LDOS one. I used to use a money clip. I don't know if I still even have it.
I thought you were
But
gonna
I
say
do-
like a rubber band.
No, I just got used to using the LD one because I didn't want to use anything else.
I went a
Oh,
few
that's
months
my
with
old one.
this.
So
Oh
cards,
no! Hold on, clip.
and then clip.
Yeah, that'll rip your pants though. Yeah.
That's your old one, right, Dan?
This is my old one.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, magnetic.
That's nice.
That thing is like a
Fancy.
Costanza wallet, man.
I used to have a trifold, and yeah, that was bulky. And I was like, I can't be using trifolds anymore.
Yeah, before this was one of those big trifold ones. It's because
Yes.
you're given the space and you're like, what do I fill it with?
But you're right. I should just tap with my phone all the time now. Like, why do?
But
I
then you have to like
That'd be the next
open
level.
the app, don't you?
It is an extra bit. Well, you have to open it, and then you got to use your fingerprint to authorize, and then you can tap.
wow.
Sorry, I
You turned
got
up?
it easy.
What? Face detect? Yeah, I could do face too, but like,
Oh no, like literally, like it's just
Like Apple Pay.
it's always ready to pay.
No, it's not always ready to pay. As long as I like, it's a home button, swipe, and go.
One button swipe. Oh.
You don't select a number
So it's
of
like
payment
part of
cards. You only have one
UI
payment
type
card.
thing As opposed to opening a separate app.
I don't have to open up a separate app.
Yeah, so it's like a UI built
Yeah.
into the.
Yeah, so from the home screen, I can access my wallet.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I have a swipe in my Samsung too, but
yeah,
then I still
Google
have to
Pay.
choose the card that I want to use. Usually it's the
Okay.
same one.
You make it sound like it's a lot. It's not.
But it's extra touch points.
No, but are you saying home key? It's assuming it's already unlocked.
On. Oh no, I don't. even from unlocked, we
From
can still access the wallet.
no, but
Really?
so is it locked or unlocked?
It's unlocked. Oh no, it's locked. Sorry, it's from locked.
From
I can
locked.
access the wallet.
You access the wallet. Can I do that? I wonder.
Because you know how
I
like
mean,
you
it's
can.
still one less card you're carrying anyway. So just extra pushes on the button. It's not
So
too bad.
from locked, I can access the wallet. Kind of like how like when you just pick up your phone and then the screen turns on, you can push next on your music, depending on what widgets you have. It's kind of like that, right? Like you just pick up your phone. Anyways,
Oh, that's
I don't think I've
But you-
ever made a payment with my phone.
That doesn't
yeah,
sound so
I don't
bad.
trust it. But
To
That's just
each
me.
their own.
Yeah, it's that extra level of security, I guess, if you don't want to have someone use it by accident, I guess.
yeah,
I could turn it off? I guess I should. I don't need to do it. Because you need my fingerprint to unlock it anyway. I don't need to use it again to pay. I guess I'll turn it off.
agreed. Day works fine. So now that we're talking about it, I'm like, why do I even carry this wallet? Why do I carry these cards? I can put that in with my passport wallet and never
might
really
not
take them
carry.
out ever.
I might not do a
Passport
wallet
wallet,
anymore.
yeah.
Oh man, the watch thing is tempting, but
What?
huh?
Like an Apple Watch?
Mm,
Yeah,
But
Dave
that's
is
what-
saying like he
that's
uses
what the-
Samsung Pay on his watch.
But why don't you just use your phone?
Yeah, if you have your phone, it's awesome.
Why
But
use a
watch is a
watch?
little bit more easier.
Why use a watch when
When the
your
watch-
phone has
Yeah,
a
but
clock?
when you're on drive-through, you gotta like reach out with your wrist versus.
You have to hand them a card anyway. Why even
Yeah,
pay
same
for
thing.
anything?
Yeah, I just play the app. No, you just use the app and then
Just
My
run.
phone is this.
just run away.
you could accidentally drop your phone. But if it was watch, it'd be like, oh.
Dede, I'm confused by this counter argument.
Forget paying. Just go.
I don't have to use extra 2 seconds to take out my phone. Well, you have to do this, dude. Here, hold on. Like, oh god. There you go.
You have to like do a couple swipes to get the.
Is it always ready? Is it NFC ready? Like, what's up? You still gotta tap some stuff.
Oh yeah, is it NFC ready?
Tap some bong.
Questions.
Like, hey Google, pay. I knew it. I knew my phone would react to that. Damn it.
I'm like, whose phone reacted?
Wait, to which?
Oh, by
Tap
saying
some bong?
no.
Have some.
Tap a button twice. Kyle says, "Do y'all know that Ren screen freezes a lot?" Yes.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Welcome to the first 5 minutes of this podcast.
Our 5 minutes took an hour and a half.
Probably internet. Yeah.
Does anyone carry a knife? Because whenever I look up like EDCs, it's always like they bring like a really fancy knife or like a gun.
A gun. What?
I don't know. Some people like showing off their guns.
It's so true though. Yeah.
They're right here, baby.
Oh, is
You
that a
got two of
Leatherman?
them.
Multi-tool. Leatherman.
It's a Leatherman, isn't it?
This is a
Oh, it's a Jordan
Leatherman.
4 right
It is a Leatherman. Oh yeah,
I
you
was
saw the
looking
Jordan
at-
4. Hey. That was
Oh,
from
shit.
Bar Mitzvah.
What?
A giveaway at a Bar Mitzvah. So here, I'm gonna show you guys my keys just because I'm a little proud of what I did here, even though it is excessive still. It's a lot here. So fobs. So what I did, so I have like 2 locks on my main door, 1 lock for my house, for my like unit. But the keys look similar, right? So I have it so
That's weird. Autofocus? Oh.
so I wrapped a piece of tape around the hard bolt lock, and then so I know that the other key with it will do the second lock of the same door. And if I know I want to get to, so I'll always feel for this one first. I don't need to see it. I always just feel for this one first. And then when I get to my basement unit, which is pretty dark, I reach for this drive safe tag, and I know that the key with that opens my unit.
Oh wow.
so I don't have to look at the keys. I just feel for the key that I need, and then because it's usually dark in the entrances.
That's so
Yeah.
interesting.
So things that I think like
Environment design.
yeah, it's like
Environment
so it's
design.
important. Like
Good
yeah,
call, man.
I separated like which key goes where. Obviously, you guys, I'm sure you know how you see like janitors where they have like a ring of just a bunch of random keys.
Yeah.
Not
I think
random.
Warren had that at one point. It's just
I
a
did.
giant beaner.
But did you subdivide though? Like, did you have categories and sections?
You figure it out.
I guess.
To
I mean,
each
it's
shape their own.
It's a lot like T9. Remember how we used to have that?
yeah,
on
you get
phones.
used to T9.
The muscle
Yeah.
memory is fucking crazy. Like I could drive and text without looking at my phone. Dangerous, I know, but used to do that.
I
Yeah.
can. You can't do that
BlackBerry.
now.
BlackBerry. Well, now it's just voice to text. Now it's easy to just.
Well, now
voice
it's
to
just a
text.
screen. There's no like,
swipe.
there's no
I still
tactile
swipe.
feel.
Yeah.
I still swipe. I can swipe without looking and be decent.
Hmm.
Oh, you have the swipe keyboard thing?
Mm,
Well, no, it's built in now. Like Google Keyboard, it's built in.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
yeah. No.
I don't think
I
I
still
have that
don't
turned
swipe.
But
I don't
Warren,
like
you have an
swiping.
iPhone.
on.
There is Google Keyboard on the iPhone. Just saying.
What?
Nani?
No Desca?
なんのこれ?
I should use this Leatherman more. I still end up using random keys to like poke at stuff. Like,
So,
I need like a screwdriver. I'll just use like this end like on the side. That's what I'll use to like tighten things. I should use this
Oh,
Leatherman
man.
more. All right, I'll do that.
Oh man.
Looking at this, I want to remove a bunch of stuff that I know I don't.
Just like how I'm getting rid of my wallet. I'm like, I have my stuff laid out. I'm like, what in this wallet do I actually need?
Hold
Really,
on,
you don't use like
this
Visa
last
or anything
piece.
to pay?
That piece
Oh,
is
you just-
important. Right there.
What is that?
Right there. Come
Is
on,
that a
focus. There it is. It's a
What is that?
conversion screw from a 1/4 inch to a 3/8 inch
Wait, what?
As-
as
Converting
an
what?
emergency tripod. It's for a 1/4 inch screw converts to a 3/8 inch screw, and that's for
Very
photography.
specific to your industry, I suppose.
Yeah. You never know when you're gonna need it, and I've used it maybe 3 times in 10 years.
I mean, if it helps you at that last moment, then why not?
Yeah.
Hedging your bets for that, but damn.
I can
So
get
you
rid of
guys
stuff
don't-
on my keys. I still have like my UTB fob and my Climbers Rock fob.
Yeah, I'm
shit, I
trying to
have my
think,
off the
like-
block one. I should get rid of that.
I really don't need a Presso T like rewards tab on here and a TNT rewards tab on here. Like TJ Maxx, like what the? Yeah, I'm pulling these off.
I think I only have like 2 keys anyway.
Oh, I have
Like
an
house.
Optimum?
Same.
House
Car.
and
House
clinic.
and car.
House, clinic, and then my car fob.
Fair. Nice. I've decided to add a USB key to mine.
Oh yeah, that would be useful. Yeah.
Is it though? How often do you use it?
I mean, I used
I
it
used
this
to-
weekend to transfer a movie to Michelle's brother.
Nice.
Okay, that's cool. That's
So-
cool.
Yeah. I mean, I use it to connect to my phone because I use my phone. I'm trying to use my phone more as like my main computing thing, but haven't
Mhm.
gotten there yet. Because I remember there was a time where I wanted to just have a phone and no laptop. Kind of doesn't work now since the industry I'm in, but
Yeah.
it was a dream.
What you could have gone is the Intel. What's it called? Mike, we were looking at this. That portable desktop.
The Nook.
Is it the Nook?
Intel Nook.
I've
But you
heard
still
I've
need,
heard that word on LTT.
Yeah, you still
Nook.
need a monitor for that, no?
You would still need like a monitor set up somewhere.
Monitor, keyboard, mouse. You still
Or you
need-
can what's the Samsung equivalent?
Dede?
The,
Or
the,
Dede?
the Bixby
What day they got? The new one?
desktop.
Oh
thing
yeah,
like that as well?
yeah. Dex. I think it's called Dex.
Is it Dex? Come on,
Where you
David.
where you plug it into your computer and then you can use
Yeah,
it.
yeah. You just put your phone to a dock and then like
Oh yeah, then you need the dock.
Yeah.
Fair.
I'd imagine it's hard to
Samsung
program with
Dex.
that though.
So actually, because of
Piece of banned word.
I know how to. There's a way to actually code. I don't know how to explain this on a server. Like
Get
my
there.
coding setup.
Oh, so
Can
you
go
like
through my
basically
phone.
stream? You just stream your main computer on your phone, and you can code on your phone, and it just uses.
Exactly.
Uh,
Yeah. Main computer being like something in the cloud.
mhm.
So
Hmm.
I don't have it fully set up, but that's ideally the thing, so that I could code from anywhere. But
Mhm.
not
I think
there
you.
yet.
I don't know. I feel like you might get annoyed of the delay. It's
Yeah.
like having. Yeah, it's like having. Like a
56
computer,
dial.
but like streaming your computer on your phone, but you'd still have delay. You like click and then you wait a minute or like wait a couple seconds. To see.
Exactly
That's true.
Ren's camera right now. That's what it is.
This camera.
It's
Wait,
like
what's wrong
Ren-
with Bixby?
I feel like Bixby it doesn't need to
Funny because
need
Warren's
to exist.
your light is still moving.
I can't do it.
Samsung Dex Bixby is banned word everything
Why is it a banned word?
because it sucks.
Because it was such a
Um,
fail.
Okay.
I
Fair.
mean,
Um,
you know,
technically, I could just code on my phone directly too, with the setup I have. Like, the tech is there, but it's just slow.
Mhm.
Terrible name, terrible app, terrible everything.
I like the
yeah,
idea
got
though.
rid of it.
I like the idea though. It's like trying to have a because they're just as strong as computers back in the day, right? So imagine having like a full,
Back in the day, it's like the same computing system as like what was it the first spacecraft launch to the moon?
Oh
I think that's what it
yeah,
was.
What?
the Apollo.
Wow.
Yeah, same computing power.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
all right, let's
Yeah.
start
Terrible
another
name, terrible
SpaceX
app,
with a
terrible-
phone.
Oh, man. It'd be funny. I feel like that could happen, but I see it happening in like non-Western like world. Somebody just like coding in some like third. I don't want to say third developing country. I can see it happening.
Nice.
I'm sure it's happening now. Like you technically can get away with just a phone these days. I mean, think about how much can be done with. You could be streaming from a phone and still like
Mhm.
Yeah,
Right? You
I'd
think
Camera
about the
quality
IRL
stream
really
straight to
good
Switch.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really ridiculous how much power we have in our smartphone devices now. Like,
even the power of gaming,
Yeah.
playing
Oh my-
Final Fantasies
oh
on
my
your
goodness.
phone.
Mhm.
True.
Wait, which one?
You can play 7. I played
Yeah,
7.
maybe
not
I
one.
played 9 on my phone.
Yeah, but think about how many apps you can have open at a time. Like computers couldn't
cool.
handle that last, or not many
Yeah.
browsers back then. You know. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
mobile
that's
computer. It
true.
is. It's crazy. This thing.
Pretty
It's so
damn cool.
powerful. And
Living in the
you know,
future, guys.
remember when I think when the idea of being able to pay with your phone was just being introduced? That wasn't that long ago, but there was like hesitation towards that too because
I still have
It still
hesitation
is.
towards it.
security, right? And now it's
Yeah.
norm now. I tap with my phone all the time now too.
I refuse. Boomer.
I refuse. Yeah.
Yeah, but when you
Wait.
go to America, I don't know if it's still true, but they still do require like the signature with your
Even with the phone tap?
I don't know. Do they still do that? I don't know. I paid with my credit card once, and they still had me write like a signature.
You had to sign
Oh,
to use your
that's
credit card?
because, yeah.
You couldn't- they don't.
like,
They don't
I'm
take
Canadian.
pictures
Some
often.
credit cards, yeah, because in the States they have pictures on their credit cards too.
Yeah.
That's like their
Ah.
security, and because we don't, we have to do extra stuff.
Oh, that's
that's
true.
weird.
I remember now working at the Bay, signatures every time someone wants to buy something. It's so dumb.
Oh, that's so weird.
Now you could tap for anything under $120.
Yeah.
Do you remember
Which
the
is so-
the old school carbon paper like credit card swipe machine?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've seen that. I went to
People
like
still have them.
yeah.
Yeah.
You have to rely on
I've
those
seen
when
it in
there's power
movies,
outages,
yeah.
when
I
there's
usually see it in like
when there's a network
jewelry stores.
down or yeah. Oh, jewelry? Yeah, I guess you
Oh,
need
interesting.
that backup copy for.
So weird. I've never paid with that.
Well, now, like, let's say gas, I don't even have to tap anything. It's an app. Like, it's a dedicated app. You open, it knows which gas station you are. You just tell it what pump you're at. Type in your
Really?
PIN, and then
Yeah,
you
Sharon
pay
started
through the
using
app. It's
The
so
SO1, right?
yeah, and so I don't have to go out and touch buttons or swipe cards or tap anything. It's all on the phone in the car, and then you're
You
ready.
just take it out, press your
Yeah.
button.
Does that work at Costco?
No, you need your Costco membership card each time you do Costco,
Yeah.
right? I wish they should. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't. Petro's probably gonna do it soon. But
What
it's
do
so
you mean
helpful.
security is an issue? Sorry, Dede. It's always an issue.
Security will always be an issue. with it.
Encryption. Well, you know those articles where they say like, yeah, there's this device that reads your, they just all they have to do is walk by you and they can take your
Yeah.
credit card information. Is that real? Is that
Everything.
Okay,
Yeah, it's a
boomer.
you boomers?
That's a thing, guys. I forgot what it's called, but it
I
just
don't
because
doubt
your
that
credit
thing.
card's an RFID, right? It's
All I
essentially
will say is I keep my phones here in my armpits, so good luck getting to my phones.
Well, they
Fair.
just walk by your arm.
they just like caress you. And
Oh, you want my phones?
No, it's like, oh my
Oh,
god, your
God.
LB West holsters are so nice. they're so nice.
Are you trying to grab my phone, sir?
Oh, God.
I mean, luckily it doesn't happen that often. Like the benefit, the convenience you get out of it, I think is worth it.
Yeah, I mean, like you could definitely catch it if you keep track of your finances. You can
Yeah.
easily catch it and flag it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first
Just
time
take
I
a
got
look.
hacked
Right.
through the McDonald's app, I was really turned off from app payment for a long time.
McDonald's app?
Yeah,
What
I
do you
got
mean?
hacked in the McDonald's. Like I suddenly got emails and charges on my credit card from a McDonald's in Quebec. Like this guy somehow got my login and he was ordering $100 worth of McDonald's in Quebec.
Priorities. Like,
So
That's
I
something I would do.
it was four orders of like two Condenser Big Macs or something. And yeah, so I had to like remove my card from the app. I uninstalled the app and fight it with Visa. I got reimbursed. And only I'd say in the last, because of the McDonald's deals in the last 2 weeks, I've started using McDonald's Pay again just now, like within the last month or so. And it's okay. Now I'm not, I haven't had any,
It's too convenient.
it is. And you just, you order on your phone, you pay. And well, you don't even pay right away. It's like, you don't,
You
it
pay
doesn't,
when you get there.
when you get there and you say, I'm going to pick it up. And then it's like, it charges you once you confirm that you're there. And it's like,
So for me, it only charges me when I give my fingerprint. Is that not the same for you? Like when you show up, don't you still have to fingerprint that shit?
Not the
McDonald's?
McDonald's app because you gave them your info already.
yeah, it's all
He just
pre-auth.
needs to detect the location on your phone.
Yeah.
oh wow.
I will check that because, like, for me, like with Apple Pay, I still have to fingerprint before I actually confirm the order.
In McDonald's?
Yeah,
Maybe fingerprints just to unlock your phone?
no, dog.
Oh.
No, I'll check. I usually go Saturday mornings. I'm curious now.
See, that McDonald's app has a security issue. Well, it had a security issue.
You guys have seen
it's still there.
social engineering, right?
Social engineering?
Yeah, it's a type of hacking that people do where they pretend to be you. They call up services, and then the services get all flustered, and they actually give
Oh.
them access. It's a very effective tactic for hackers because like people don't actually know how to hack unless they're like keylogging your shit. But
Right.
if they do some social engineering where they pretend to be you on the phone,
Yeah.
They can steal your identity. It's pretty crazy.
I thought
find the
most
video.
of credit theft is like internal, you know, like a list of credit cards just gets distributed or like leaked. And then that's how
Could be.
a
That's one
lot
of the ways.
Yeah, I don't see how it's like RFID scanning. Like, I mean, it could, but like that, whoever has that should be rich. Like, it shouldn't
I
take
think it's
long,
just-
you know.
I just feel like they have to time it right so that they don't raise suspicion.
Mm.
I feel like it's usually that kind of thing where they have to like balance out how much they can use right away, because obviously credit card companies have like algorithms to check if people are doing weird shit.
Mm-hmm. Like,
That's happened to me before.
but it's not
just
like you can really get rich unless you're cash advancing. Otherwise, it requires consumption of something, like buying something or paying for
Yeah.
something, which needs usually a ship to, and then you can't trace it. You know, you're just gonna. It's the address is tied to the original user and all that stuff. So it's like,
Oh, actually.
you know,
You can only take so much, so it's like not worth it. I mean, it is.
that's why I
Like,
feel
they'll
more
just- they'll
secure.
Just buy like a pizza or whatever, or buy with a McDonald's. There's only so
That's-
much you can get out
Yeah,
of that.
or gas. You rack up at a gas station or something like that, and then you just fill up a bunch of gas cans or something. But even then, you know, there's a flag once you collect gas twice. If you bill gas twice at one location, there's a flag. You know, it only works once without the flag. But like that's why I'm when people push debit, I don't think debit is safe as safe as credit, because
There's no buffer.
yeah, it's straight to your bank account, right? It's like,
That's true.
if it's out of your bank, you have to fight for your money to get back. Credit, you didn't necessarily lose that money yet, because then the credit card company can deal with that.
They have insurance, yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
that's why I don't
I
like
might
using
just
debit
use
cards.
these tappy taps.
There you
I
go.
might give it a try.
Enabling.
But I'm not gonna be downloading no McDonald's apps. Fuck, I'm not gonna let myself.
That was, FYI, that was like 3 years ago when that happened. So,
Hmm. No, I'm just saying in general. I'm not gonna let myself
eat
make it easier
McDonald's?
for myself. To, yeah.
Environment engineer or environment design.
Environment design. Don't install the app, and you won't eat it.
Well done.
That's what all apps do, right? The reason why they're so good is because they engineer it to make it addictive.
Yeah.
It's fucking genius, but also fucked up, but genius. Evil genius.
I don't understand people complain for like these tactics, but I think the payoff of convenience is worth. Yeah,
If-
you might think
if-
you're getting tricked.
if it's
but
a thing you
convenient.
want.
Yeah.
If the convenience is for a thing you want, if it's something that you don't want, that's manipulation. That's a
Well-
bad thing, right?
But if you know you don't want it, you shouldn't have it.
Thing is, people don't know they don't want certain things, right? Like they just get force-fed things because of algorithms.
Yeah. They're basically trying to persuade you to do
Like GICs.
Wait, are you getting ads for that? Fuck.
Oh no, I got tricked into a GIC like years ago. It's gonna take me 4 years to to withdraw those.
Oh, seriously? Oh man. I mean, well, some
they used to be good.
I
Yeah,
mean, you're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
save it. You're not gonna lose it.
Yeah.
Force
And
it
if
to
it-
save.
I
It's
remember
true.
my dad talking about when like he started investing, GICs were giving like double
High
digit
percentage, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just now they're really shit.
It's just now, yeah, they're just we'll give you 0.5%
So
for
crazy.
10 years. Enjoy.
2%.
Okay, 2% sounds more real.
Yeah.
At it was like maybe at the time it was like 3, but each time I checked again, it got lower and lower and lower. I'm like, what?
Yeah. And this whole auto renewal thing, no one tells you about that one.
There's an auto renewal on GICs?
5
if you
years
give them
too.
permission, yeah.
Oh, oh, fuck. Wait, is it opt out or opt in? Because it's a significant difference. there.
Probably opt out.
Oh, that's fucked up. Okay.
I'm out.
But at the time, it made sense because it was just sitting in a savings account anyway, not doing anything. So it's like,
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
you gotta start somewhere.
I mean,
I mean, like-
you learn. You make the mistake.
Yeah, you learn.
You learn.
Plus side is you do have savings, like emergency savings that you could have in 4 years. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which you
I
could
mean,
have
like-
made in a normal savings account without having it not accessible though. So
Yeah, that's true.
maybe even
It's true.
more. You could probably make more in a normal savings account than a GIC now.
Future FJ will thank you.
No, future FJ will be broke from stock market.
You have money in GICs, yo.
Past FJ
Good
was
thing-
thinking.
Good thing I have GICs, eh?
Shit.
Okay, anyone else want at least to describe their environment design for their everyday?
Okay, wait. Okay, I've got a question. I guess for your, I guess.
Get
Ooh,
You
there.
can do it, man. You can do it.
Formulating the thought.
Get there.
When you're working, I don't know if you guys. I know Mike goes into the clinic, but when you guys have to work from home, how do you guys get in the zone? Like essentially, that's the reason for. Like the reason why I'm obsessed with it right now. It's like I
To
need
get in
that
the
motivation.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. It's a struggle. Warren's gonna say
Can you guess?
drugs.
I was gonna say rub one out and come to your senses.
I mean that works too.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Senses. Come to your senses.
Literally come to your senses.
Oh my god.
That's too good. That's too good.
Well, trying to
sorry.
work.
What time do you start work? Oh yeah. Give him like 15 minutes.
You're welcome, Ren.
Oh my god.
Increased productivity.
I'm 2 times as effective.
2 times more effective than I was before. Wow.
Why is that an issue for you,
Right.
Ren? Like, are you always like finding different ways to get into your mental zone to get work done?
Yeah, I'm finding. I know the biggest thing is like you got to make sure you're doing something you care about. Otherwise, you just feel like shit, which is true as well. But I think like even doing things you don't want to do, like working out, it's not something you always want to do, but you make things easier for yourself to do it, right? So yeah.
No. I don't make it easier for myself. Myself tells me, just do it. Just do it.
But see, the weird thing about working out though is like you still get a hit of endorphins anyways, like while you're doing it. So you're like, okay, you're rewarded by that. But when you're working from home, sometimes you're like, you don't talk to people, so you don't get the same hit when you work with people. You're doing stuff, and if you're not actually accomplishing things, like you get stuck on roadblocks, you're less motivated because there's nothing to motivate you. You know, I've been turning towards music a lot. That's my thing.
I think it also makes a difference if you're like salary versus contract, you know, because your payment
Incentives,
structure is
yeah.
based on completing the work. So if I want to get paid, I have to do it. So I can't. If I don't do it, then I won't get paid. I guess that there's a more struggle there if you are salary based and there's no deadlines.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If you want, look, so there are 2 things that come to mind. You talk about the endorphin hit from working out. Yes, that's true. Because once I start getting into a workout, it'd be like, well, I'm in it, I'm going to keep going. Or I'm in it, I'm 20 minutes in, I'm going to finish the hour. And then even then, by the end of the hour, I'm like, I can keep going. When it comes to like, well, if you're programming or if you're coding, even for like the guys at work, what tends to work for some people is having a task list, even if the tasks are small and minimal. Being able to check things off provides that hit of, dopamine, because you've just completed something. It's like, oh god, let me complete something else. Oh god, let me go rub one out. Oh god, let me go complete something else.
Holy shit, man!
I'm
That's a lot.
kidding.
Hey,
Like,
Like
dude,
dry
every critical deadline, you gotta run one out first.
And you're welcome.
Oh man.
You're
You got that,
well
Will?
of cum.
No. So yeah, setting up task lists, even if it's small tasks, getting the small wins always helps with hitting that dopamine and getting that dopamine effect. The other thing is because you're in the coding world, I've heard. Oh, I'll wait for Dan to come back. He'll like this one too. I've heard stories about how small hits of mushrooms has been really helping people's productivity.
Oh shit. Oh okay.
Is that why you
Yeah.
sent that screenshot?
But
So-
like psilocybin type of shit.
Psilocybin stuff, yeah, like
Oh man,
really
I can't fuck with
minuscule
that,
hits
though.
of that, like apparently has been helping people keep focus on their tasks, as well as being able to, generate that little bit more brain power to solve certain tasks and solve certain problems.
It just feels like it. I mean, I don't like the idea of adding shit to my body. You know what I mean? Like
Agreed.
it's like Adderall, right? Like you don't need it, but yeah, it could. Or like coffee. I don't even drink coffee. It's like adding that extra thing could fuck up other things, rather
Yeah,
than like
caffeine
you
doesn't
just-
work for me to focus.
I've been curious.
with the shrooms.
So yeah, with the shrooms, psilocybin.
Mm. I mean, there's some really cool research out there. I don't doubt that. I think for me, it's just I don't like adding things that I don't need to, and I don't know the effects of.
Yeah.
So I'd
Until
probably
the
have to do more
studies,
research.
until you read the studies.
Yeah, if I read the studies, then maybe I'd have more confidence in it. But I
Yeah.
haven't, so
Yeah.
I can't do shit like that. I
I've
like to
been
take
curious.
informed decisions.
Yeah, no, I've been curious as well, but I hear some people benefit from it. The small tasks thing, I can see that working, but it's building the habit of building that task list before anything else. For me,
Mhm.
I have
Yeah.
all these tasks up in here, and it's a mess, and I don't know how to build. I've been sucking at building that habit of a task list.
And it also has to be like, it can't be like 30 different small tasks either. It has to be like well prioritized too.
Mhm.
I like the science of the task list. But
Yeah. Yeah, I think
I
making
think
it
for
is
me
the
it's
hard
just a dedicated workspace.
I was gonna
It
say
can't be
that
anything
too.
else.
Environment design.
Something that you do, you can distinguish from your non-workspace, your recreation space, or your rest space. Because
Like
yeah,
you know that you're there to work and nothing else.
I remember
I
that's
think
what made residence or like student housing tough, because like the bed was right next to the desk, and it's
Yeah.
like it was like, man, I'm tired, and it's so within reach to just lie down and then maybe fall asleep for longer than you want or whatever. So having the sleep space far, or at least definitely distinguishable from your workspace, was helpful. It wasn't
True.
keeps
I
me-
think like I do have that. Like this is my workspace here, even though I have like fucking Pop next to me right now. But just
that's all right.
like having a dedicated workspace did work for a bit, but now it's like now I have like this feeling of dread whenever I come here. You know what I mean? It's just-
You don't want to be in
yeah,
that
but-
space.
Yeah.
yeah.
Is there anything you
Like-
can do to add, like incentive to the space?
Throw some LED lights. Put a nice little fake plant there or something.
I have a plant like right in front of me, like a big ficus
Oh.
tree. It's like-
Maybe lotion and a tissue box.
When Oh, okay, well, Ren,
I don't
do
know
you
about
when you look at the
That window.
space, is it like attractive? Like is it have you designed it in a way where you look at it and you're like, wow, I'm proud of the space, the way it looks, the way it's presented?
I am, but it's not like it doesn't motivate me to do the work. It's just like, oh, it looks nice. That's about it. But it's not like, oh, I want to do work. You know what I mean?
Right.
Would you ever? I think would you ever like design the place to have things associated with work that you might strive for? Like, for instance, if I don't know, if you really like, for instance, a gaming room, having a gaming room, you have like, I have like controllers here. I don't know, you'd have posters in your room that like inspire you to do things. Can you do that with your workplace?
You know, that actually is a good idea.
That way you'd be like,
Like the thing behind you,
Yeah.
very much, promotes some sort of organization and work. Maybe more post-its and pens around.
Oh no, I have post-its. I have a stack here, and I also have my notebook always next to me. But I think, yeah, having a physical, like a goal or something. You know how like people used to have like Jordan posters in their room or like shit like that. I think I don't. To me, that's me watching a YouTube of like, I don't know, somebody doing some weird shit with like tech or like robots, or watching like Boston Dynamics or something.
But then that might distract you and take too much time.
Yeah,
on the side, yeah.
Yeah, I think like having like something static, but like in this space is probably a good
Motivational
idea.
quote from one of your favorite influencers.
A picture of Elon Musk.
No,
Or some people have
do
like
it.
a bookshelf with their books that they read or something. So when you see it, you're like, oh, yeah.
I think, see, this is
Right.
where it butts heads with my minimalism.
Oh yeah.
That's true. He's like, oh, I need more stuff.
Static
you know-
stuff to motivate me. Oh, it's too much stuff.
Yeah.
This
I get
nothing
stressed by too many
mismotivates me.
things.
I got it. Just another monitor and have it cycle between images that motivate you. That way you don't have to actually have the stuff. It's just images.
One of those.
This is actually a pretty good idea. I might actually do that because I don't use the big screen. Like right now I have my work stuff on it, but I didn't know what to put on it because I always use my laptop.
I mean, your whiteboard's there too. You can draw shit or write stuff down.
Oh, I actually made it into a calendar. Just
nice.
printed out the months. But
So you find this is what you do. Find a space in your fun place, like your fun area, like your personal space. Put a dead cat. So that you're not motivated to be in that space, and it forces you to your workspace. Well, I'm here in my workspace. I might as well get some work done.
That's terrible.
Do you
man.
do you set like a daily target of where you want to be work completion wise? Can you
Yeah.
have a metric like that where you're like, by the end of the day I need to be this far? And
I mean, it's kind of like that task list where it's like I want to finish two or three big things in a day. Usually I get to two big things, which require a lot of small work, but I think if I broke it down into the smaller steps, it usually does help. But that is a big mental hurdle as well, breaking down the big thing into small things. It's like sometimes I'm going in blind into what I'm doing and I'm like, shit, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do today. Like you gave me this random task and I have no clue what to do with it. You know, like it's essentially, it feels like somebody says, pull this feature out of your ass. And I'm like, first off, how did it get in there? Second, what's making it? Like, you know what I mean? I'm like,
like,
How
what's
did
making it?
get
I
in
didn't
there?
eat.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
So you're being given tasks by your employer
team.
that has no like basis, like where you've had experience with this task before.
No,
Can you just
Yeah,
ask for
exactly.
more details?
I could sometimes, but like because we're a smaller team, it's like you have to go figure it out yourself.
Mm.
And that's why there's a big mental hurdle, because I essentially have to discover a whole new thing by myself. And usually that takes hours. Yeah.
But you know what?
But they expect you to do that.
Oh god.
Yeah.
But you know what?
You know what? It's a new fantastic point of view. It's a whole new thing. It's a whole new. Shut up. I will say, doing the whole have this many tasks done by the end of the day can get more stressful because all of a sudden you're not meeting deadlines in the situations that you don't hit those tasks or those milestones. I do like the task list idea because if you have a task list, like it does take mental power or some energy to break down bigger tasks to smaller tasks, but you need to find a balance of like how much energy are you spending breaking down these bigger tasks to smaller tasks, and how much energy are you spending to actually completing these tasks, right?
Yeah.
A little bit of work in up front could help, I guess. Yeah, with
What the
micromanaging
danger
yourself.
is some people will fall into the whole too much work up front and never really get anything done.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
Besides the deadline stuff, let's say the creative aspect of my job where I have to create content. So no one's telling me to do it. But I want to do it because I know that if I make it, it will introduce some level of passive income that could or could not be successful. So that, for me, that's been my mental struggle throughout this year, because I have ideas, and I've always said in the past, I don't have enough time to do these ideas. But now it's like doing them, because now I have a lot of time to do them, and maybe too much time where I feel like, oh, I could always do it. I could do it later this week. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll do it next week. And I'll make up excuses for me not to do it today, right now. You know, it's like, oh, it's opportune. It's better for me to do it then, or whatever. And it gets pushed off numerous times. And yeah, that's what makes it hard for me, because I not only am I not getting paid, but there's also a risk of me not getting paid for the work. And I have to come up with it. I have to come up with my own tasks to hopefully make some kind of money. So, yeah,
Fair.
that's my difficulty.
Yeah. How do you get over it? Like I imagine that isn't always the case, but like how do you get over it when you can? Like when have you been able to get
I
past
don't think I've directly, made an impact to change my mind. It's very much like a zone, like a passive thing that happens to me where I get in the zone, and once I acknowledge that I'm in the zone, I will stay in it as long as possible, and I'll ride it out till I'm exhausted. So I kind of wait for those. I wait for those like epiphanies or something, like something takes over, and it's like, oh wow, and then I do a lot all at once, and then I'm exhausted, and then it won't happen again for a long time.
Do you ever think of like what causes that, and like how you can recreate it?
Rest. A good sleep schedule, probably.
Fair. Yeah, they do say sleep is the number one, but
yeah, good
For me,
rest.
I have those moments when so if I can get 15-20 minutes into doing something, I'm probably going to spend a substantial amount of more time doing that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you just try and get into the 15 minutes.
If
I don't even know what inspires that. Yeah, like
I compare it to working out. If I can get past the first 15 or 20 minutes, like that warm-up phase, then it's kind of like, well, I'm in it, let's go. Same thing with running. Like, and when you go for a run, like when you get past that first warm-up phase, I know for me it's that like 3 or 4K. It's kind of like, well, I'm in it, I'm gonna go hard. Let's go for 10. Let's go for 15. Let's go for 7.
Fair.
It's kind of like that. When I get into a task, if I can like handle, if it's not gonna get done in 15 minutes, but I do get past that 15-minute mark of a big task, then I'm gonna be at it for 2 hours.
Okay.
Do you get in those zones, Ren? And if you do, you don't stop yourself, right? Just because your hours. I don't know.
So the thing I noticed, it's not that when I'm in the zone and I'm actually accomplishing parts of the task, it's fine. But there's always things that come up, like roadblocks, where I'm just like, oh shit, that's a blind spot, and that's usually like it fucks me over, and it kicks me out of the zone. I get kicked out frequently, like there's this idea of like a local dev environment of like I can build the app on my machine, like my laptop.
Mm-hmm.
But if that breaks, it completely kicks me out of the zone because I can't do shit. You know what I mean? It's like, imagine you're working out at the gym and all the lights go off. It's obviously going to throw off your flow, right? And like, how do I get back into it? That's the hard part.
Call it a day. Pack up. Try again tomorrow.
Yeah, you can't
It's
fight.
been a month.
You can't fight an external restriction like. What would you do if you just lose connection? Like, obviously, you can't do anything.
It's not because of the nature of the work. It's as if I also have control of the gym lights, but I need to figure out how it works first.
Oh.
So
Okay.
it's kind of like, yeah, it's weird. It's a weird situation. So I think just that thing has like really fucked me over for the past month.
Is there a solution?
Yeah. Somebody figuring out why the lights keep going out. So either
Is it out of your power?
It's not. It just takes a lot of time, and that's what is a lot of work.
Does it have something to do with personal motivation? Is it actual motivation, or is it a hurdle?
I'm not sure I get your flow. What do you?
So when someone turns off the lights, that is an external factor that prevents you from being able to work. You're saying you can actually control those lights.
Yeah.
So,
it's like, so the lights, it.
Hey, I was just gonna say you can like not bother with the analogy. If there's something specific that you can talk about, let's talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't.
If
Okay.
you can't divulge any information, like that makes sense too.
No, it's not about
yeah.
divulging information. It's like I don't know how much of this you guys would understand. Like,
Yeah, let's do it.
okay. So we use this thing called Kubernetes to deploy
lost.
our app.
FJ, go rub one out and come
You
back.
lost me at Kubernetes. I'm at it. What the fuck?
Sorry,
So
Kuber?
Eh?
we build on this. It's like it's okay in FJ's situation. It's imagine
Is this where you
Imagine
build
you're-
code? Like, is it a program you build code in?
yeah, it's the environment that you build the app within kind of thing. So it's like, here's a better analogy. I'm a woodworker and I have a workshop built all out of wood. And somebody else built the workshop and I'm assuming it works and I trust that it works so I can focus on building, I don't know, fucking bowls or some shit. So I'm building bowls, but I know how wood works. Somebody else built the workshop. You're assuming it works. But then the place catches on fire and you're like, well, fuck. I know how to solve this because I know wood, but I'm assuming it works because somebody else built it. And I was trusting that it worked, but it doesn't now.
So if the environment was provided to you by somebody else, you can't just go back to them and be like, yo, fix up. You have to fix it yourself.
No, I have gone back to them. They haven't been able to fix it either.
Well, then if it's out of your power, what else can you do?
yeah.
Do you have other tasks that you can do in parallel while you wait for them to finish up?
That's what I have been doing. It's like I've been kind of neglecting it and trying to do my work, but it slows me down because it's like I'm doing woodwork outside now instead of in the workshop.
I mean, that's kind of like, it's still productivity. As long as you're getting something done, even if it's on the outside, why even like stress about it if you know that somebody else is working on their issue so that you can work on your issue later? If you're still doing work on the outside, there's nothing to stress about. Like it's not lost time. It's lost time if you're sitting around waiting, and that's their problem. Like it's their fault.
The fucked up thing is that it seems that I'm the only one on the team where it is fucking up, essentially. And I don't know what the hell the cause of that is. Like, why is my house burning when everybody else's houses are fine, built the same, you know? And it's like, it slows me down drastically. Like, imagine, it's the same as like if you had a gym at home. It's a lot faster to go and do the workout at home versus like going across town to go to the gym there. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm going across town and working out there rather than what I could have been doing was working out at home.
So the environment that you're working in, is everyone using the same environment or no?
it's supposed to be the exact same environment, and it's all supposed to be working, but it just seems to be me that's broken. And I don't know why.
In my mind, it just seems like something hasn't been communicated, or you're just not asking the questions you need to be asking so that you can be working efficiently like everyone else.
Fair.
I think there's just some miscommunication there, or something hasn't been provided to you, or you're maybe not relaying some of the information that somebody else needs to help fix your problem.
Fair. Yeah, there could be more communication, but it's not. It doesn't also guarantee that they can solve it.
Also fair.
If the work go ahead.
I was gonna say if all else, I would just say, like, I've been in this situation where I have been kind of the letdown of the team, but it's mostly because I have too much pride sometimes in the work that I'm doing that I won't ask the questions, and I think I can figure it out myself.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a team there for a reason, and there shouldn't be any shame in just asking the questions that you can't figure out.
Yeah, I think I think it just feels like a lot harder, especially with the remote work thing. I don't know if you guys feel that, but especially with time zones being an issue, like half a day essentially. So I can't be texting somebody at like 1 p.m. here and it's like 8 p.m. there, or like, was it 4 p.m. here would be like midnight for you guys.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, dude, I'm fucked. Help me. Like,
Well,
sleeping.
you can. You just leave it on them to if they want to respond. It's on them.
It's still
right.
It's
when
a
you
bit
need
of a dick move from me.
Is it? Because it's your work hours. Your day can't change for them. Their day's not going to change for you. So if it's the opportune time of when you need the help, it's up to them if they want to entertain it. But you reaching out for it at a more opportune time for them doesn't make sense to me. You reach out when you need it, right?
But his company is running on Canada hours. That's why.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So what,
like,
are you afraid
me,
you'd
like...
lose? What would you lose by, let's say, sending the request at the time that you need it versus waiting anyway and then sending it when they're in their work hours? What do you lose by doing that?
I think personally it's just inconsiderate. Like, I don't want to be woken up at 2 a.m.
There's a higher chance. Yeah, there's a higher chance. If I was that person receiving the message, there's a higher chance I'd be helping him at the time most convenient to me as opposed to convenient to Ren.
Exactly. It's going to be most convenient to you. So it's on you. It's not like you're going to, if you're sleeping, you think they're going to have their phone on and then like answer you? Okay. Yeah, and you think they'll feel obligated to help you?
Yes.
And you don't think it's that dire to ask at that moment?
I mean, it's not like the end. Nothing's the end of the world, obviously. So it's like, it doesn't need to be done. It's just inconvenient. It's just been inconvenient, is what I'm saying. This whole thing.
My question then, last one is, if you don't get it answered, are you at a standstill?
No, this is like what I was saying earlier about the gym thing, the gym analogy. Like, I'm not at a standstill because I could go to the gym across town.
It'll just make your part really inefficient. Is that kind of
Yeah, it makes it difficult for me to do my shit. That's the thing that kicks me out of the zone, essentially, to bring it back to that. So that's why I'm trying to find ways to get back in the zone and stay there.
Is the source of this factor kicking you out of the zone, is that source the same thing, or is it different every time? Is it based on the same problem all the time, or is it different problems?
Yeah, the root of the problem is
always the same.
That same thing. Yeah.
Okay, can you propose a time that works for, let's say, all the teams to address that problem? Like, make that problem an actual thing to work on so it's solid and more reliable?
I was going to bring that up to the team lead tomorrow. It's just, when the issue is only with me and with nobody else, it looks like a lower priority for everybody else. So shit isn't really going to move unless more people get the same issue.
Is that your perspective, or you think that will be everyone's perspective? This
That
issue.
is the perspective given previous talks I've had.
No one else is having the problem but you.
Exactly. I've asked other people on the team. So
And they're like, we never run into that, Dren. I don't know what you're talking about.
exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
So-
man. That's tough.
My guy, finding loopholes in the environment. Let's go.
Redesign.
Breaking the system.
Environment redesign.
Yeah.
There's
So
one-
like part of the thing is just like I'm trying to make it all like a little nicer and chill to be working here rather than be stressed.
Hmm.
So I think that's why I think like the motivational stuff would be good, because usually that stuff helps. To be like, I don't know.
I don't know how
Have a fucking
motivation will help
robot.
you if your work environment isn't functioning though. How does
Well,
more
it's like-
motivation?
I mean, like I've been kind of looking towards like David Goggins sort of stuff right now, where it's just like fucking muscle through it and try and figure it out, you know? Like don't be a little punk sometimes. Like just
Be hard.
Don't be inner bitch. Don't let that inner bitch come back. Yeah.
yeah, that's the kind of thing I'm like, sometimes I need that, and it does help me to keep going. So I think like it, rather than feeling defeated, I think it helps sometimes to feel like, no, nut up, you know? It's just keep
Stay
going.
Nut up.
Nut
That's
up.
one.
Come hard. What? Bust a nut. What?
What I say. Come to your senses.
But
I don't know.
these are
It
good
just
takeaways, though.
the way you've described it, it doesn't seem fair. If it's always set up for you to encounter something like this, regardless if they don't view it, if your production, if what they have to work on relies on your production, then this is important to them. Because if you're unable to produce because of this, they're affected too, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's true. I think so. It's just, I think conveying that would just be how to express that properly is a thing I have to think through. So
I think, regardless of the issue, without getting into too many details, I think as long as there's open communication in anything you're doing and there's the trust and reliance in your team, you'll find a way. Like there's going to be a solution to it. And obviously sometimes the solution will never be perfect, but you make it work. Whether it means, sacrifices have to be made or something else doesn't work, like there's always going to be a solution to something. And then the other part of it is, if it has to do with motivation, there's, not to say I'm sure, I don't know, have you heard that motivation's a myth?
yeah. I mean, like I've heard of, essentially.
Yeah.
It's kind of like FJ's zone. I'm like, oh man, if I relied on the zone all the time, I'd be doing jack shit.
It's
all the
unreliable.
time.
No, it's not reliable. It's
Yeah.
it is when it comes, but to wait for it is not a good thing.
So what I'm saying with motivation being a myth, same with willpower being kind of like a farce. It's not about finding motivation. It's literally just doing it sometimes, or I would say most of the time. If you have a task, just get to it. Obviously we'll get to roadblocks, or we'll get to situations where there's one, either an issue, or two, you're just like mentally fatigued. Maybe what's happening is sometimes we have, so there's always something that comes to mind. Two things that come to mind. One is when you have so many tasks that it's kind of like, think of strings. You pull on a string, that's one task. You pull another string, that's another task. But the minute you have all these strings attached to you, it's kind of like, well, shit, there's too many things to think about. How am I supposed to get all this done? That's one thing. If you have too many tasks, then you're kind of like setting yourself up for failure. The other part is, it takes mental power and energy to make a decision. So if you're making too many decisions in a day, you can use your environmental design to make less decisions. Like the more decisions you have to make in a day, I think there's a number to how many decisions a human can make in a day. And at that point, they're just like mentally fatigued, or they just don't want to do it. So if there's a way to like mitigate any decisions you have to make in the morning, where you make things so monotonous and kind of like habit, then you have all the mental power to figure out your work stuff.
That's true.
Can I ask Ren, is prioritizing difficult or no? Or is that relatively easy?
think prioritizing isn't much of I think it's prioritizing isn't much of an issue. It's more just getting back in the zone.
Okay,
After-
so getting knocked out of a zone and you want to get back in, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think okay. If there is a step, like an intro step for me, for example, to get in a zone, the hardest is that first step for me, because I can come up with a lot of excuses not to take the first step, and then it'll deter me from actually allowing myself to get in the zone. So if somehow you can design whatever task or job so that your first step each time to get into that job or that mode is simple, do that. An example, some people, to get in work mode, they get dressed a certain way. Like
I see what Warren's thinking.
when
Yeah.
people work from home, a lot of people who work from home, let's say, don't have that distinguished attire where they're like, I'm at home, so I'm just going to wear bum clothes at home. Some people actually like to get dressed and then feel like they're in work mode. That's not going to work for everybody, but that's just an example.
Yeah, I think like so I do that like every morning. At least I'd always do a change of clothes, but it's just I don't have that thing. There isn't a thing like after getting kicked out of the zone, how to get back in the zone. Like I'm not gonna go change clothes again.
Yeah, yeah.
when that happens, like.
Do you
I need
ever walk
something
away?
different.
Do you walk away from your space and come back?
That's like sometimes it's difficult. Like I don't take lunch till like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock sometimes because of it. Like I'm just like I'm stubborn that I want to like bang my head against the laptop until I figure out at least one step. So
Oh,
I feel you. That need for accomplishment in something. That's why I think doing what Warren was talking about, finding something that will make you feel accomplished, even if it's a small task,
dude, do a set.
make your mental state a lot better.
Yeah, do a
True.
set.
I had a boss at one point in one of my co-ops.
I did that at work.
He was hardcore about Taekwondo, and like what he would
Oh
do
my
is
God.
be stressed when something stressed him out, or if I pissed him off and made like a huge mistake on something, you could hear him go out back and knock a punching bag like hardcore. You can hear the metal feet of like the punching bag hanging thing, the apparatus. You just hear the chains and whatever clanking in the back because he's going off on this punching bag. And he come back and get some work done.
Oh,
But
shit.
really, he used it as like a threat, like a threatening. No, like to threaten the environment. Everyone can hear this, so everyone will be scared. It's like a
All here's
intimidation tactic. That's what it is.
I
Wait, you
felt
have a punching bag?
They had a punching bag at this one workplace I was at in my second year.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck, I would love
he
a
brought
punching
it in.
bag.
He brought it in because that was his way of getting shit done. Like that was. Yeah.
I would definitely get one of those.
If you're working from home, dog, like FJ said, go throw down on a set, like reset your brain.
But
You
the
definitely-
minimalism. No,
What do you
sets
mean,
makes
dude?
sense.
That's on you.
A set is just it's 25 push-ups.
Yeah, you're right. I think I was just like, I don't want to get a punching bag. Where's it gonna go?
I think
It's
even-
just-
I think getting away from the space is a good thing to try. I'm not gonna say it's gonna work, but maybe like walk around the house once. But you have to get away from the space that broke you out, because you're going to always affiliate that space as the reason why you got out of the zone. So you need to separate from it and then come back.
That's true. That makes sense.
What this sounds like to me is you have this chance to explore stuff. Just try things. Try things. If you're thinking of like
Shrooms.
doing the whole FJ zone thing and getting into it, go try things. Do a set. Go get away from your space. Go water a
Rub
plant.
one out.
Go rub one
Water a
out.
plant.
See what happens.
I don't see for me music.
Doing
It would be a distracting factor for me if I play music. Like
It depends on the type of music.
yeah,
Well, it depends on the work too. If you're just doing something repetitive, and music is pretty
Yo,
well.
play Nightcore. Just some crazy Nightcore remix. You guys know what Nightcore is?
No.
Googling it now.
Never mind.
But yeah, walking outside is good. I find I listen to like jazz or chill hop. Recently, it's actually been like reggae. Reggae has been pretty good with keeping a flow going.
I can do that when I'm like, yeah, if I'm working on something purely visual. But the most daunting task is video work because you need sound and video and visual at the same time. So that's like, I can't listen to music, and it's like, wow, this sucks.
Yo, my Fridays are always soca and dancehall, and then Monday to Thursday is either chill hop or it's gonna be like those like cafe music type of jazz kind of vibe, just to keep you chill and relaxed and don't stress out. But Friday, because it's almost like Friday, it's soca and dancehall.
Friday. I don't know. I feel like soca and dancehall would just make me not want to work. But reggae is like, because I'll just be like,
You just totally leave. You're like,
yeah.
Because usually
Not
my
good.
Fridays I dedicate to like some site work and getting outside to do stuff. So it's a lot easier to stay upbeat about Fridays.
Fair. Yeah.
When you work from home, Ren, do you give yourself like breaks? You know
So
how
I've been
they
trying
design
to-
215s or maybe a half
Don't
hour
count.
or things like that?
I'm trying to at lunchtime at least go outside for a walk. Wait, I missed what Warren said, but yeah, I try and walk.
Kit Kat.
I said Kit Kats don't count.
Don't count.
Actually, I do go for a walk and usually buy a Kit Kat. So
Double break.
yeah, there's like a convenience store down the street, so I was like, I just go walk there.
Get a
That's
green,
true break.
green tea, great
Yeah.
Kit Kat.
No, I don't have them here. But
I mean,
Yeah.
this is a good conversation because the rut is real for a lot right now. I think with the whole working
Yeah.
from home and trying to convert this home space to something productive as a workspace. This is challenging.
it's hard. Yeah,
Stay hard.
it's challenging.
Stay hard.
Yeah, I'm gonna put some David Goggins up in here and just like have him stare at me while I work.
While you rub it.
just as
I think too, dude. Like, I think what I'm finding is a change of environment is also like welcomes kind of productivity. Because right now I'm gone so used to this space the way it is that it's and then also it's not just a workspace. This is my entertainment space too. So I can very much easily get caught up in an entertainment zone and not get work done. So
just have different lighting for when you're working and when you're playing.
yeah.
Yeah.
For playing.
Well, like I'm just wondering,
that's so
Ren,
cool.
maybe like I don't know, maybe you could try if you're in a rut, face your desk a different direction one time and see if it makes a difference.
Oh man, I've rearranged this area several times now.
Like cyclical. You know what I mean? Like once
I can't. This is the living room as well, so I can't really do it all.
What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
Why is Warr losing it?
The previous David Goggins.
Goggins, while you rub one out.
Get a picture
Stay
of
hard.
David
I can't. Stay hard. You're trying. Don't listen to that inner bitch. Stay hard.
Blue Chew.
Blue Chew. Oh no.
Oh man, that's so funny. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, maybe I gotta change some stuff again.
Your space?
Yeah. It was really strong when I first changed everything, and then it lulled again. Now it's lully again. So maybe I need to change again. Who
That's
knows?
true. I like that. I think this is why I like the idea of like different zones, because like I think if you can recognize the change in your mood, you could just go to the other zone, like so that you can keep. You know how there's this idea of sleep hygiene, of like you only keep the bed specifically for sleeping,
Yeah.
and don't bring your phone to your bed. Don't do all that shit. Don't watch screens. But then, like, there should be certain thing like a work hygiene. Work hygiene. Just shower. Just shower.
Smell clean. Or bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was gonna
The
ask
separate
Day
zones.
actually about his, cause like, I mean, yeah, he
Does he do both?
optimized his setup, right, for the day trade stuff. Like, he must have optimized it, and
Is he
it's also his
still
gaming.
working from home?
Yeah,
I think he goes back June.
In June, he said.
Optimizing as in everything's in one spot. Like, he doesn't have to move. Like,
no,
it's
like,
a different kind of optimal for some people.
I'm just wondering because, you know, it's his gaming setup. Like us, all of us, except for Dan. Dan, you do have a work and a gaming separate, right? Yeah, that's good. But all of us, I think the rest of us, yeah, we game on the same platform that we work at. I think,
True.
yeah, if Day, I think his only maybe.
He says his laptop is beside his computer, so it's all there. Everything's
All in
there.
one spot, yeah.
right.
And I technically don't work here. I tutor.
Oh,
from
true.
here.
You,
Mhm.
yeah, that's a good separation.
Do you
But,
go? Do you go into work?
Yeah, dog. I still work in the office. I don't work at home.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
We don't have enough cases here to warrant to work from home. I could request it, but hell no.
I think the only hindrance Day would face on the working from home part, not the Samsung work, but his other work is just rest. You know, if he chooses to sleep in or not. But he generally has that motivation once he gets on his rig, right? If he's on his computer, he's gonna look. He's gonna look, and then he's gonna want to do things and trade.
Well, it's because it's like his side thing. Like he likes doing it.
If he really wanted
It's
to,
fun for
he
him.
has the chair to sleep in. He could do it.
Everything there. Everything there. He wakes up.
wakes up, trade.
You want a really optimal setup? So back in like when I first moved here, 2012 or 2013, I had set up like this: 2 monitors, my desktop. I had a mini fridge with a microwave on top.
Yeah.
And then what else was there? My ukulele would be in reach, and then my bed would be over there. But I had the chair to like recline it. I could like sleep in my chair.
You're like
So, like,
ninja. It's your stream setup.
It was so gross because every so often I'd reach into the mini fridge, grab some pizza pops, throw it in, and then
the microwave there too.
and then on top of having the fridge here, you know, like if I felt like a fresco or just grab some like bottled water, it's all right there. I even cooked
shit.
eggs in that microwave. It was so gross, man. Like I hated it. So,
How many steps away was your washroom?
7, 8, 3 to the
I'm
door.
glad you didn't say bedpan.
It's just a hole in your chair.
He just reaches underneath the desk.
My catheter.
Like,
Oh my god. Oh no.
Oh, what the hell happened to this conversation?
no, but I did find
What happened? Warren started talking.
making the washroom further helped me. Because I don't think, you know how you can choose to take a break, but when nature calls, it's kind of like its own schedule.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
choosing to take your own break, you might just overlook it because you're either in the zone or you don't want to walk away from your desk. But when nature calls, you surrender to
You gotta
it,
go.
and the fact that it's further for me to go gives me that separation that my mind resets better, and then I come back.
That makes sense.
Rather than when it's super close, it's like, oh, it was just like a blip, and then I'm back. It's less of a reset, you know. So I did
think
fine.
so. I was thinking about that actually recently, to be like, I should, because I don't take breaks and I do want to power through things usually, which is probably a bad idea. But I was thinking like, oh, I should probably try and reset after every time I go to the washroom. But then I found myself not drinking enough water recently, just so I don't do that as often.
Yeah,
And
the
like,
water
fuck,
thing
now
for
I-
sure. I have to always have 2 containers of water on desk full. So if one's empty, I have to leave and fill it up. Over there again, same distance as the washroom. And that's the habit that I have here that at least keeps me hydrated and regular to pee.
Fair. I think okay, I should probably do that then. Like at least to like just get myself out of the rut. Probably just have a big bottle of water so that I go to the washroom often.
Yeah. Try that.
Meanwhile, I've got some bootleg
Lift.
lemonade.
Is that lift or life? I can't see.
It's Lift.
Lift.
It's like
The lift.
New Zealand Sprite.
It's like
Life.
Yeah.
Lift.
The water's good.
It's
Leaf.
left.
It's left.
It's left.
Lift, right? Lift, right? Lift.
Got some left.
it's
It's
wrapped in light. I get it.
Nice.
What?
Lift, right,
Water.
right, left.
Okay.
Holy, where this talk went.
I think we're in a
Love
rut.
it.
All right.
Huh?
So, anyone want to showcase their battle stations?
Hell no.
I don't know how, but
I don't have
sort of messy.
Oh, here's a question:
Yeah.
does it feel like you made a battle station?
Hell no.
Oh,
You didn't design it like one? I for sure set this up. Like it feels like I specifically put things where they are and stuff to feel like it's like a dedicated battle station zone. Warr, I swear you did that with your desk thing too.
Man, whatever. It's just makeshift. I put things on the table. It's functional.
It's on a surface.
That's the
It
whole
faces
point.
me.
That's
In the
whole point.
end, it's functional. Whether
Control
I put
room.
things in a certain spot, it's more so for convenience. It's
I think there's a pride issue, a pride aspect in a battle station. So if you don't feel that, maybe no.
I don't care. It's functional.
It's
It's like a-
yeah.
It's like
It's
a
the
bed.
same
I
thing.
can sleep in it. Like what? What more do I need out of a bed? I
So
can sleep
instead
on
of
the
a
floor.
control room, it's a utility room.
What? I feel like it's a reference to something.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think
Mike, I
two
guess
screens-
you dedicated and set it up in a way where it's like, yeah, pride.
Well, no, it's the same thing as Warren. Very functional. I have my two screens. I have everything set up really nice, and I got a fridge.
You got a fridge.
You do have a fridge.
Really
That's
good
sick.
battle station.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing as Warren. It's just
No, but is there an aesthetic pride aspect or not?
well, yeah, I like to look at it, but it's the same thing. Like Warren, like I'm sure Warren doesn't make it look ugly. He has his own.
It's messy. It's not necessarily ugly.
Yeah, well,
I don't,
so
I
is
don't
mine.
take pride in it only because there's not much to take pride in. It's functional. It's a spot.
Mhm.
Are you guys particular with, let's say, mouse keyboard placement and angles or monitor angles? Viewing height? Turning radius? Anything like that? You guys
Viewing
go
height.
into that much detail?
Height is key, I think.
Like an example, I positioned my monitors. I used to have them flush against themselves, and I realized it was wasteful to do that. So I have it so that my viewing, the bezels cover each other. They're on top of each other. So
Oh,
it's
it's a lot least
more
minimize
condensed.
bezels.
Yeah, it's as compressed as it can be.
Oh, but you
Without
have a computer further. The depth
missing detail.
is different.
What do you mean?
The depth is different. You have to hide the bezel. You have a computer behind.
Yeah.
So that changes. Okay.
Yeah, and I like it.
I'm sure it makes no difference.
Depth wise, yeah, I don't think
My-
it's not like the game is over multiple planes or anything, right? Like it makes sense, I guess, if you're using a medium that requires multiple screens at the same time, but I don't. Everything's maxed at one screen anyway. So.
yeah.
Hmm. Fair. Do you guys have monitor arms or just like straight on the stands?
Monitor arms.
Stands.
Mine's on stands
For now.
Okay.
for now. I
If
think
it's
it'll be
if it's a
different
more
next year.
permanent solution, then arms are better because you get more desk
Mhm.
space.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
you don't know how long, if you don't know how long you have it, just keep the stands. It works for what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
True. I have the arm. I really like the arm.
Yeah, it's sick. You can also move it.
Do you
like-
articulate a lot? Do you change position with that arm a lot, or no?
No, it's not. So it's more like the stand that clamps onto the desk.
Yeah.
So it
It's more like
doesn't
a-
actually.
Tentacle.
No,
I'm kidding.
So it's
go ahead.
so there's space underneath. Is that way? Like it's cleaner.
Yeah,
Just looks cleaner.
yeah.
Yeah, more desk space. Yeah.
And I know I'm not gonna knock it over. So
True.
that helps.
Yeah, I don't like my stands. There's like cables everywhere, and there's like
It's going everywhere. Oh, sorry. I was just thinking hot chick.
Gotcha.
Oh man.
But cool.
Oh, the peeing scene.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Cool. Well, thanks for the input, guys, on this one.
well, hopefully it was
I think I got that
Insightful.
from Kobe.
helpful.
There was a video about Kobe, and he was talking about what did he call it? A muse room. Having a muse room. So if you had like a goal in mind, you have a room that just has all your muses, like everything related to your muse, and that'll inspire you to reach that goal.
What did he have? Like,
Oh no, he's
Muse
just,
room.
I don't know, what a trophy room, I guess. I don't know.
Muse room.
Basketballs and shit.
He had a photo of Jordan.
Jordan.
oh, there's that. He
Yeah,
didn't
I
like
don't know.
Jordan.
But he was, I mean, he's a super not even, no, that's wrong to say.
No, but that was his suggestion for like younger kids, like things like how to
Something to strive towards.
Yeah, something to strive towards.
Like there's
makes sense.
there are individuals who just have that level of work ethic that is not normal. I think he's one. You know, all superstars
Yeah.
generally are like that.
Yeah.
We may have had times in our lives where we did go through that. I think we all have for sure. I can think of you guys
Yeah.
where we had a portion of our life like that, but a career like that, it's crazy. Like when I look at Curry or LeBron or D Wade, Kobe, their work ethic outside of the basketball court to prepare for the basketball court, like that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, how can you recreate that, right? Like, I don't like the idea of thinking that they are special. Like, I feel like the context they grew up in probably contributed to that, and a little bit of themselves naturally. But I feel like people should be able to replicate that in finding what they want to do, you know?
I think the competition factor in their career, where they have to win the championship, is the biggest goal. So a championship, and they know what it takes to reach the championship. So we don't have that. We don't have a championship to strive for in our careers, I guess.
I mean, there could be, you know, like in each industry that we're in, we could be like a notable thought leader in that space.
CEO,
But
yeah.
yeah, so
Compete to become CEO. It's like
but it has to be something you want, right? Like it can't just be that for the sake of that,
right.
because they really wanted it. They fucking wanted it.
And they also get paid millions of dollars to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Do it well.
It's motivating. It's
All
motivating.
right. Guys, can you pay me millions of dollars to make
We don't even have
The
millions
best-
in between all of us.
the best YouTube content in the world? I
I'm
look
sure
at,
people would pay though. If
Well,
yeah.
do you think MKBHD is a millionaire?
Yes. Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
there you go.
'Cause what is it? Is it $1 like every 1,000 views? Like, is that a decent rule of thumb?
Well,
It
then you
was
throw in the
then. It was
sponsorships.
then. But yeah, sponsorships changes everything now. You don't
That's
really
right.
make as much with clicks anymore, but it's they get paid, I'm sure, like thousands of dollars per video by the sponsor. So it's pretty nice. Mr. Beast, is he the first dude to get what's
Who's
the
the-
one after
Oh.
Diamond? You guys know about the play buttons, right?
No.
Yeah. I don't know the tiers of them.
100,000 is silver. 1,000,000 is
Is it subs? Or-
gold. Subs, yeah, subscribers. 1,000,000 is gold. 10 million is diamond, and 100 million is something. It's like red diamond or something.
Platinum? Oh,
Black.
Black play button.
onyx.
It's like diamond but with red. It looks, yeah, that's 100 million, and I think only 2 channels have it right now.
Ruby.
Is it Ruby? I think it.
I'm screwing around. I have no idea.
sounds
Scarlet.
legit.
But those are cool to strive for. LTT just got their diamond. That's why. LTT just got 10 million. Anyway,
True. Okay. Yeah, something to strive towards. Not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea. I do like that. Muse room.
Yeah, I just wrote it
Pictures of
down.
Muses.
I'll put.
So you just have
picture
a
of
room for
Warren.
tennis, and then it'll just motivate you to reach that level.
Some nights I do sleep next to a racket.
in your-
Oh.
Let me
He's
get
like,
in there deep, baby. Oh,
You just sleep like that.
Stay hard. Stay hard.
That cannot be comfortable.
challenge accepted.
Very cool.
But look at my bling bling.
Oh god, it's an
Oh my
orgy.
god.
Stay hard. I'm trying to, David. I'm trying. I'm sorry, my inner bitch is coming out.
All right,
man.
guys.
COS.
All right.
Cool.
And that's
that
how
was-
we end this?
That was
Good talk, guys.
And
Good talk.
there's the climax.
so the climax. To sum it up, stay hard. Step away from your environment sometimes to reset. Communication and yeah, whatever. This was a good one.
Newsroom.
I wish we had more like visual examples for everyone who was watching and for each other, but it's cool to talk about.
Hell
Good
yeah.
topic. Good topic. Because I need it for sure too.
Yeah.
I'm looking for
I
it.
might have
Oh,
to
when in
buy
doubt,
some
buy
lights.
stuff.
No.
What?
No.
What?
Shop therapy. Shop therapy. When in doubt, buy stuff.
No.
That's the
next
worst.
week. Next week. No. We can talk about it next week. Let's not. When in doubt,
Wait, about
buy
buying?
stuff.
Okay.
Shopping therapy.
Shop therapy.
Retail therapy? No.
Retail therapy. That's what it is.
My goodness.
All right, guys. Thanks for
Yeah.
watching. We'll be back next week, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Again, talking about. I think we're gonna review Mortal Kombat and how to make a playlist.
Oh God.
A
for
playlist.
watching.
Long story.
Okay.
Five
Save
more
it for
seconds.
later.
5 more seconds. And
Put it in how to make a playlist.
Ow, my hammer.